Hello, everybody. It's good to see you, and I am glad it's Monday. It's a public holiday here, a federal holiday, as you say in US. But it feels like a holiday, so I'm in the holiday mood. And what better way than to spend it with you lovelies? And today you're going to keep me company because I am here with my problem child. This knitted blanket needs finishing. And I've got my stitch marker in here, and I'm going to sit here and knit because that is what I must do. Duty before pleasure. So if you've got something that you don't want to do and you need to do it, maybe you can do it with me today. Because feel sorry for me. I feel sorry for myself. Anyway, so before we start, let's just say thank you to everybody who watched the replay. I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for every thumbs up I get. Thank you, thank you. And then let's give a shout out to the Square Squad members of this family. Members, are those people who pay a little fee every month to support the channel. So if you want to become part of their family, check out their links in the description box, and Nightbot will also be dropping links. Anyway, enough said. Let's give a shout out to the Square Squad. Settle in. I've got tea, I've got water, I've got Coca-Cola. I'm in for the long haul here. Yes, there you go, finished. Let me just put my extra device here so I can follow you guys. Hey, don't knock the camera. Hello, Trudy. Okay, let's go back and see who's in the house. Good morning, all. So sick and feel awful. Ugh. So I will be lurking or sleeping. And I said, Sandrine, we keep you in our prayers. I put my notes here. Prayers are welcome. Prayer requests are welcome. Because we, on this channel, believe in the power of prayer. Sandrine. Let me just quickly write it up. There we go. Okay. Mima, you're awake, my sweetie. How are you doing? I'm so glad you are good and joining us. By the way, is it in Russia today as well, Labor Day? Is it by you guys as well, Labor Day? Because I think it's Labor Day here. Werkersdag is Labor Day. Sierra, good morning, dearest Ursula and chat. Cheers and love to you all. I am finally back on schedule, laugh out loud. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Good morning, Sandrine. Hope you feel better soon. Oh, yes, we do. Good morning, Sierra. Everybody's saying hello and hello. Thank you, says Sandrini. KK, hello, Kendra. Hello, Ursula. I can't stay. I have to go to work. I just wanted to come and say hello, and I so appreciate that. Thank you for all of you who leave your DNA at the front door. Good morning, Keith. How are you doing? It's early by you. What time is it by you guys? Because we're from all over, hey? And I know in the USA it's early. And some of you extremely early, like in 4 a.m. We've got the 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Steve, how are you doing? Hello, Ursula. Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, Ursula, and everyone in the chat. 12:36 here by me. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Drop. What you should type is OMGrannySquare. This at the bottom of the screen is what they call a ticker, which is sort of announcements during a live stream. I usually type something there that is relevant to everybody in the chat. You know, if it's relevant to you, might be. So just have a look there and see, and there you go. Hello, Kaylin. Hello, Keith, says KK. Hello, 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 hello. Everybody's saying hello, good morning, and hello to everyone. Maybe do the thing you don't want to do with me. Me, I don't want to organize and pack my closet at 6:30 a.m. No, not that kind of thing. They sit still and at a desk or some at a lovely recliner, cup of tea, cup of coffee. I woke up early this morning for some reason and put the coffee machine on and then called my husband, said, come, watch the sun rising up with me. And we did. He said, you're up early. I said, I joke with him. I say, no, I'm up early every morning like this. You're just never home to see it. Joke, not. Hello, everyone in the chat, says Trudy. And hello, Eden. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Hope you're feeling better soon, Drini. Oh, it's the allergies just getting the better of her. Hello, Amanda. I was at Amanda's live stream last night. Good morning, Ursula, and all in the chat. And Rosie is saying, good morning. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Are you on your way to work? Oh, ek het gewerk, says Trudy. She's been at work. But now you're home, right? I've got my cup of rooibos tea. To which probably has been an answer, but I've missed. What are the butterflies out the window? Garden decor. Trumps. Oh no! You know what this is? It has no meaning. Oh, I don't hope it doesn't have any meaning because I've got one on every window in this house. This one has butterflies. It's the color that is the thing. The others are other things. You know, the little bird cage. The other one is just little hearts. Just for pretty. Hope it doesn't mean anything because it's didn't want it to mean anything but pretty decor. Make it matches the color of her room. It's the color of her room. Her room is a white and dark egg blue, and the walls is like eggshell. It's just not white. So it's all neutrals. Okay, Steve. It's there for fun. Yes, thank you. Nancy Marchevka, hello Ursula and everyone. I'm making granny baby blanket in shades of pinks and purple using Stylecraft Special DK. Oh, that is a great job. I love making baby blankets. So that's fantastic. KK is saying, praying everyone has a blessed day. Have to run. Thank you, thank you. And there she left us something to remember her by. If you're not connected to KK, just check her out. I'm good. 5:36 here in Missouri. Ooh, that is early, man. That's early. So let's see. Amanda says 6:37 a.m. here in Florida. That is early. A bit later than with Keith, but still. There you go. Answered. Austin answered. I've been up since 4 a.m. That is too early. That's too early for me. Yes, you're home now, hey? Yes, I know Trudy works in the morning. By the time I go live, she's home to join us, which is lovely. I enjoy that. Getting ready for work, says Rosie. Oh, my sweetheart. I'm glad you're getting ready for work. Anytime someone has a job, hey, something to be grateful for, hey? I believe it. I believe it. Thank you, Ashleman. Much appreciated. Yes, hey, if someone asks you, I'm like, wow, didn't mean anything. Hope it doesn't mean anything. Hope it doesn't mean more than it should. No, wouldn't want that. Let me go into Facebook and then I'll be reading the comments here on the side. Mimi is saying 4:40. What? 4:41 right now here in Nebraska. Mima? Wait a minute. This is not, you know that I have you confused with Mima. I've got you confused with Mima Paula. Mima Paula is from down under. You are not from down under. You are in Nebraska. That is very early. Oh, my sweetheart. Today starts Crafty Moves. Flower Power Cow. Ooh, we have to check that out. Absolutely. 8:40 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia. You're saying goodbye to Monday. Bye-bye, Monday. I prefer to get up early. Ooh, I so don't. I so don't. I work from 7:30 to 4 p.m. on a Monday to a Friday. That's good. I mean, that's good in the sense that we have a job. Let's go see what you guys have been posting in Facebook. Katrien Karlsdotter says, Sunday share. Now that all 8 of my 4-footed furry helpers are contained, I made some progress on the cardigan at last. Only the sleeves, pockets, and border to go. Got you guys on another device where I follow the chat. Hey, Katrien, there. Only the sleeves to go, pockets, and the border. Very good, Katrien. Thank you. That looks fantastic. There I share today's live stream. Oh, Josephine. Listen, Josephine is busy with an interesting project. And now we're seeing this thing develop. She's saying, hashtag the 100-day project, day 66, 2 more merino/nylon squares, and 2 more colors added to the white triangle to make it a square for hashtag no shades of gray mystery cardigan. Now that mystery cardigan, I don't know if you guys remember last time. Okay, those are the 2 squares. Thank you. This cardigan last time we saw a lot of the white triangles. And she said she's going to add triangles on this side with colors. How does one do that? So you just crochet and then you probably just connect them there. I'm guessing. I've never done something like this. So Ronald Elred, good morning. Morning from Texas. Been awake since 2:50. That's what I get for going to bed at 9. Oh, yes. I'm not someone who can go to bed at 9. Hi, Usha and everyone in the chat. Amanda says hello to Kaden. I'm excited about her Cal. I will be joining and will be doing a video today about what I will be doing. If you, Amanda, or even Kaylin, if you guys can drop a video, what it is about in the chat, that would be great because I would like to have a look at that. You know, join in. Check what it's about. And if I can join in, I want to join in. Let's see. That is beautiful. Crazy puppy lady. Hi, Ashla. Hi, everyone in the chat. So I'm not in StreamYard. So Poppy lady, if you pop in, you must tell me in the chat. Hey, I'm in the basement, so I can let you up, hey? So, oh, I can't wait, Josephine, to see what this is going to turn out like. There we go. Rosie, my finished lemon meringue. Crochet by Crystal from Bagaday. For my 2 toddler nieces, I'm going to send it to her. Your 2-year-old toddler niece. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that looks very soft, I must say. Look at that yarn. That looks very soft. Rosie, beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. And Rosie is also sharing my finished spring square cardigan with matching hat. Hey, no, come on. Matching hat and purple. Okay, let's see what she's sharing. There's the hat. Looks like a little, is it a handbag? Yes, little purse. Okay, honey, give me 5. Make myself presentable. Oh, how unpresentable can you be? Look at that. There's the cardigan. And the hat. There you can see it all. Very nice. I love the colors. Love the colors. Bucket hat. There we go. Very cheerful. That's similar to one that Veronica did, hey, with the 5 squares, I believe. A purse. Yes, Rosie, I see it. Looks beautiful. Don't have the right word there. This was yesterday's Sunday morning live chat. Ooh, yesterday was my son's birthday, so we had family over and I was hostess, playing hostess. You know, you play hostess to the family and you've done it now for a lot of the day, and then you like send them with some cake to go and bye-bye, and you plonk down and you are exhausted. Eden says, I love the colors. Dinky Craft Jen. Hello, Ursula and chat. Hello, my sweetheart. Kaylin says, I don't know if I can drop the link. You can, but Crafty Moose explains her Cal in her number 32 video. Yes, you can, because you've got a wrench, my sweetheart. Jackie Yepes, good morning, Ursula and everyone in the chat. I'm up with foot pain. They're swelling up, and I don't know why it started 2 days ago. Oh, Jackie, we are going to keep you in our prayers for all that swelling in the feet. I tell you, it can be extremely uncomfortable, even painful. Oh, Blind Stitch Creations, Marcia Lee, good morning. Hey, Miss Ursula and everybody in the chat, happy Monday. I am back. Was taking a break because, you know, my friend died. She was the lead tourist yesterday. Oh, my sweetheart, my heart goes out to you. Marcia Lee, I'm going to write you down here for prayers. Well, my heart goes out to you, and I hope that the Lord will comfort you in this time. Good morning, Margaret G. Good day, and Ursula, and all in the chat. I hope it's going well on the farm, Margaret. Yay, me too, Amanda. What did Amanda say that she's saying? Yay, me too. Oh yes, joining the yeah, Cal, we are. Anvita Sina from, is it India? Rag doily rug made using 8mm wide t-shirt yarn and a 12mm circular needle. I love how plush it has turned out to be. Now this is amazing because this is knitted. I'm like, wow, knitted doily. I have not heard of that. Maribel, hello, my sweetheart. Hi, Ursula, everyone. And Hannah Sedaris, hello, all nice people in the chat. How are you doing, my sweetheart? I'm so glad to see you. That is a beautiful doily, knitted, 8mm, did you say? 8mm and t-shirt yarn. Wow. There you go. Sarah, Crafty Moose, Sarah, my wonderful daddy in his retro granny square waistcoat that he is going to wear for the coronation celebrations. Hey, hey, hey. Can you see the black buttons? Because, let me see, I can zoom in. You see those black buttons there? So he's got a black top underneath, but I mean, the binding color of this waistcoat is also black. And she's got black buttons on the little trim in the front. That's looking good. I wonder what her mama's one looks like. Love the retro granny vest, says Maribel. Gorgeous, says Maribel. You're in the basement. Let me go to StreamYard and let Cinderella up. There you go. Hello, sweet.
Hiya, sweetie. Calling me Cinderella. That's hilarious. I was just trying on all my shoes in my wardrobe on the hopes that I'd have a pair that would go with the dress for the wedding at the weekend. I'm an ugly sister. Ooh. I can't get my foot in any of the shoes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Jackie says, I started putting my granny squares together. I decided to do a project bag. Oh, yes, they are the most beautiful project bags on Pinterest. But Veronica is also making, and Jeannie, they are going to put out tutorials for, now Jeannie is the one that's putting out tutorials for crochet bags. Beautiful bags, for those of you who didn't see on Saturday. Friday night, says Michelle, which is our Nana Michelle. Friday night making my beautiful friend shawl. She just started there. I love that shiny yarn. That yarn is beautiful. Love it, love it. That was the challengers on Saturday. For those of you who missed it, it was great. My friend Lovinia, who you guys met, her funeral was yesterday. She was 42 years old, says Marshally. Marshally, that's young. That is incredibly young. Oh, wow. The kitty is helping there. There she shows it. Josephine, Johnny Fiber Sisters, Scrappy Calendar Cow. August is done. Ooh, I love that colors. And I saw Veronica's blanket. She's made two. I love the border. Everything is beautiful about it. Yeah, that's why you see mine is hanging out today behind me as well, because I loved it. Ah, Marshally, it's very young to pass away. Hey, 42 is very young. There you go, Josephine. 100-day project. Day 65, 2 merino squares, and join 12 squares to make another strip of the No Shades of Grey. Added first color to triangle, make 8 squares, 5 more colors to add. Ooh, this sounds indeed interesting. I dropped the link for the Cal info. Thank you, Amanda. I so appreciate it. Maribel is saying, hi, Marcia Lee. Eden Blocks is saying, sorry for your loss, blind stitches. There you go. This Josephine, this blanket is going to be beautiful because we see how she's already joined there. We've seen other strips that she's joined. So this is going to be beautiful. All sock yarn, hey? Okay, so now this is a mystery to me. How you join the second triangle. Because remember last week we saw the white triangles? And she said she was going to join the next color. So, oh, this is interesting indeed. Now there's a red triangle to the white triangle. Okay. We've got to wait in anticipation for the outcome here.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they go.
This is La Shira. She says, the pattern is from Stardust Treasures, art on Etsy, but I made mine a bit different. I have more lovelies on my channel, La Shira Crochet. If you don't know her, go check her out. That is beautiful. And this Lily Toverman is again La Shira, some of my grannies that I've made. So let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. There you go. I love this. I wonder, the Shira is not here, but I wonder how she's going to put it together.
Oh, so all of these are going into one project. Cripes.
I wonder if why is she making the squares? She didn't say if it's for one project. Ooh, that looks very much like the African flower, but I'm not sure if it is. But it's beautiful. I love the African flower. I want to actually do something with the African flower. I've only done it once, but it's so pretty. I would like to try that again. Oh, this is lovely. You know, I've seen this in, you know, this lilac, where the lilac is darker. Then you see it more pronounced, the color difference between the very light pale pink and the lilac.
Yeah.
But still pretty. Hey. Oh, I like this one. This one reminds me of the starburst. I love the starburst, but you can't always find. Do you know who's back that I haven't seen for a very long time? And that is that Daisy. She was a young girl when she started her YouTube channel, and she has a starburst granny square video that has had so many views. And I know people used to ask her, where are you? She disappeared, and we wondered, has she been bullied? Has someone put her off? What's happened? And she's making videos again. I was so happy to see that.
Yeah, because it is a shame when people disappear off of YouTube, especially with no explanation.
She was doing well.
Yeah. There's been a couple in my list that just go. And I'm like, no, especially when we were all in lockdown. I was like, please don't let anything have actually happened to any of them.
Yes.
So if you've had enough and you're leaving sort of scenario.
But she was very young, and you can see she's just a few years older. I mean, she's still very young, but you can see this is now the little bit more mature little Daisy. Oh, she's just so much fun.
Do you remember let's see what Caitlin's from, Ursula?
What channel?
No, what country is Daisy from?
No, America.
Oh, American girl. Okay. So I'm trying to work out if it was one of the ones that had disappeared off my list or not.
No. She's American. I would assume she's American. Unless they speak like you, I assume it's American. I don't know why I thought she's American, but I think she is American. Caitlin says week one of the jewels of the. Yes, I saw the picture of Ophelia standing. With it looks like you guys would know better, but it looks like a backdrop of a picture of the Nile. And this is week one of the Jewels of the Nile cowl by Ophelia Talks. I'm using some Karen Blossom Cakes yarn that I bought with a gift card my co-workers gave me for my birthday. Ooh-hoo. It's a 4-weight yarn, so I used 4.5mm hook for the chain and row X, and I'm using 5mm for the subsequent rows. So that's a starting row X.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hey, there we go. Wait a minute. We're going to see it right now.
Beautiful so far, isn't it, that yarn?
I love the colors.
I'm just wondering, is she color controlled it, or is she just letting it do its thing?
She can tell us. What are you doing? Is it color controlling, or is it doing its thing? But look at that beautiful picture. Isn't that a beautiful picture?
It's a Photoshop, surely.
Yeah, for sure. I would assume it is. Unless someone who follows her can tell me differently, but it sure is pretty.
I think she might have gone on holiday at some point, but I don't know where, because I catch her. I'm like everybody else. If I see her online, I will jump on and watch. I know when her regular days are.
I assume it's Photoshop, but it's still beautifully done, and I can see the colors in that blanket, and it's picked up the colors you can see anywhere in that picture. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Photoshop, because if you look at the railings behind her, it looks like she's balancing on the railings. Oh, she'd get told off for that.
Oh, right. But that's beautiful. Oh, I tell you, it's going to be so pretty. I just thought I could see all the colors there. So, Kaylin, we're going to check you out. And again, Kaylin is a busy girl. Day 46 and 67 through 67. 46 through to 67 of the 100-day project. I added a couple of Lizzie panels and a sunflower square to my Ophelia Talk sampler blanket. And there she's got all the links. Now let's look at the photographs. And I think I know what you say with yes, that is the panel. The thing is, that's what I did with my blanket. I put a panel on the side, squares on the one side of my blanket, and a panel of my favorite stitches on the side. She is saying, good night, ladies in chat, says Eden. Good night, my sweetheart.
night,
Amanda
darling.
was saying, so lovely. Kaylin says, I'm using 10 different colorways. Oh, my goodness. 10 different colorways that are variegated. Anya went to Egypt for her 50th birthday in January. So there you go. Because I thought even if the railing is like that, it might be on a place where there is a bit of wall. Catherine, we're looking at your sweater. Sorry, sweetie?
I was proven wrong. I like it when that happens.
No. I mean, look, I assumed the photograph was Photoshop. Unless someone who follows her helps me write. But even so, I think it was still beautiful. And I can see the colors in the photograph in that blanket that she's got there, like, Moses. Like a biblical photograph there. Beautiful. Dinky Crafts Jennifer is saying hello, everyone coming in. We're watching here. Kaylin is doing magic here. Look at this. Ooh la la. She's doing Lizzie panels. This is going to be amazing. Look at the fabric there in the background. Oh my word. Now look, I like the crochet, but look at that fabric. Isn't that inspiring for color combinations? Because I'm not that good with color combinations. I would definitely steal some ideas there with the eyes of color combinations. Well done, Kaylin. Look at you.
Yeah, you're doing beautiful.
I think the cover photo was Photoshopped, though, says Kaylin. Okay, so we're not evil. Hello, everyone coming in, says Dinky Jen. No, but even so, if it is Photoshop, we still think she is looking so pretty on that. It is well done. Let me just tell you guys that. It is inspiration. I look at that photograph, I'm like, ooh, I want to do this.
The only reason I pulled out that section is because I used to Photoshop quite a lot with photographs that I'd taken at friends' weddings and things. So I look for the little. So
it catches your eye.
Stuff, yeah. All the stuff that I used to have to correct in my own images.
Oh, no worries. This is Jane from Chronicle Jane, who did the beautiful French shawl, and I love the way she does she's so good with doing shorts. I tell you what, I'm not that good with it. And she used two different cakes that she put together. So I thought she did quite a fantastic job there. There you go. And the cat has to have the last say. Look at all my fabric and shop. Ooh, fat quarters. She's inspired me to get a few fat quarters because she shared it and it was just marvelous. There you guys. Ooh, and look at you. DIY Creations. My small granny square blanket is now completed. What do you think? What I think is that last red round pulls it all together. It just, brings it together. It's really pretty.
Really framed it.
Yes. You've got the right English there, hey? I think, there we go. Thank you, Ashla says, Kaylin, you're my sweetheart. Thank you. Look, I said, come girl, talk now. I clicked on the gift. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You guys see? Okay. Lacy Snowflake Mandala tutorial on YouTube by OMGrannySquare. Love this pattern. Hey, that DIY creation. She's gone and turned out a lot of these mandalas. And tomorrow is the other one. The Granny mandala is coming out tomorrow. But look at the colors. I love it.
Is that? Do you think this is acrylic or red? That's the camera's having issues with in the center of that one because it's proper.
I know,
isn't it?
Oh, on my camera here, it looks like neon red. On my laptop, it looks like burnt orange.
I was like,
so
neon
it is
red, neon orange, confused.
Yes. So many inspiring projects, says Catherine. Yes, Amanda Brotherton. Good morning, folks. Hello, my sweetheart. Thank you for joining us. Josephine, you see, guys, now we've seen the other. There it says, 100-day project, day 63 and 64. Join 12 squares together to make a strip to join later, and hashtag no shades of grey from Hobie Mystery Cardigan finished all 48 triangles. Now need to add 6 different colors to the other half of the triangles. So the fun begins. Indeed, the fun begins. Now let's check the fun. Now that is the one. Now there, you see, now how do you do that? I've never done that. Because now previously we saw that she's added here on the left that what is that? It looks like a red. And she's added it to this triangle to make a square.
Yeah.
So how do you do that afterwards? I wonder how you do it afterwards. They must know. I've never done it, I must say.
It's whether they're using a join as you go method or whether you make a secondary triangle up and then sew them together.
It looked like with every round, they sort of just picked up a stitch to connect it. I'm guessing from the picture I saw before.
Yeah, I would.
And yes, she was still. Yeah, you were probably.
I would probably start at the center point, and add in the missing double crochets that you used.
I think that's what she did. It looked like that is what she did. I'm guessing, but it looks like what you're saying is what you did, because that's how I would do it as well. Good morning, Helen. Hello, Ash and Poppy. Everyone in that chat, listening, getting ready for work. Days 60, 61, and 62. There you go. And these are the halves.
I'm tempted to look up that pattern just to see how it's done, so I can make one and go, oh, I've done it now. That'll be it. Just the one.
It's the hashtag no shades of grey for Hobie mystery sweater. But a mystery sweater, I mean, that's very interesting for it to turn out like that. Melisha Marmon, crochet live for our chilly autumn Cape Town. Viva Cape Town. Early starts for our winter season with these cozy beanies. Inspired by these quick and easy ripped beanies with single crochet back loop stitch on YouTube. Let's check it out. I'm loving it. Thank you, Melisha, for sharing. Handmade. I love those little
tags.
Thank you.
Janine
Pretorius. Hello, Janine from South Africa. And hello, Have a Go Joe from Bonnie, Scotland. Well, I love that channel name, Have a Go Joe. Have a Go Joe. Have a Go Joe. I love it. Hello, Janine. I hope I nearly spoke Afrikaans to Janine. I mean, only Janine would understand me. I wanted to say, ek hoop het gaan goed. I hope that you're doing well. Anyway, Janine. Baarse mens uit in Afrikaans. Ai, ai, ai. Lidette Stevens, to be continued. It'll be a sweater. Should I block it first? I don't know. Should you block it first? No, not first. I'll put it together and then block the whole thing.
Sometimes.
Janine's laughing. Yeah, Janine. Sorry, Poppy. Say, Poppy.
Sometimes I would, because they're squares, you want to make sure that the edges are nice and straight. But if you can see that your edges are nice and straight, yeah, do as Ursula says. Do it later.
What I would do is, if my stitch count is right, I would just go ahead. And Unique Amazing Stripes. Faith, good morning, my sweetheart. And Raven, hello, blessings, Switch Ursula and Poppy and all you sweet people in that chat. How are you doing, sweetie? And yeah, Janine. Ooh, I see an Afrikaans person in the chat, and I just, you know, Janine, what happens is this. When you get to know these lovely people on YouTube, jy raak so tuis. And then one day you find yourself suddenly wanting to speak Afrikaans to Poppy, who doesn't understand Afrikaans. So, problem. That's the thing.
That's like me turning around and using Aussie lingo on you, or London slang, the old apple and pears and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly, because sometimes Linda uses it and I'm like, okay, let me just nod and smile because I'm not sure what this means, and I'm not sure if I should ask. Although I think whatever she uses on her channel would be above board. Katrine says, "Oh my, Mayan was resting the next pull, I pulled out not yarn bark, but a skein. She thinks the half-used skein is a sleeping bag. Oh, Mariette, hi Ursula and everyone in the chat. I am just lurking a bit today. Yes, my sweetheart.
She actually didn't pull out a skein. She pulled out a kitten. She said, "What? The kitten thinks that the other half of the skein is a sleeping bag." Or am I?
She says, "My yarn is resting. The next pull, I pulled out not yarn barf, but a kitten. Sorry, I missed that. She thinks the half-used skein is a sleeping bag." I've got
visions now of her going like that, and this kitten just going, whee! She pulls it out. Sorry.
Hey, wow. Die boervrou Mariette is saying, "Hi Ursula and everyone in the chat. I am just lurking a bit today. Hope everyone is doing well. You are so welcome to lurk. Lurk away." Dinky Craft Jen is saying hi to Joe and to Faith. Raven saying, "I'm truly blessed. Thank you for asking, Ursula. How are you? We are doing well here in Cape Town. All is good. If everybody's healthy, I'm happy." And Maribel saying hi to Raven. Have a go, Joe. Joanne is saying hi to Jen. Steve is saying, "Catherine, is it pick worthy?" That's the thing. So this, I love the color scheme of this, by the way. So that looks, it's like pastels all mixed up. This is, Madeleine says, "My winter project is done before winter even started." Well, now, I can tell you what a winter project. That's a lot of work. Oh, my goodness. That's cute, Katrine. And hi, Maribel. Amanda saying, "Hi, Dinky Jen. Heading out to work soon, Rosie. Rosie, I hope you have a blessed day. If I talk slower, I'm not going to stumble over my words." This is, what's this guy's name? I shared him out because he's a young guy. He made a carpet thing and two squishy things to sit on from Granny Squares, which I thought was really cool. Okay. Miguel, Granny Stitch raglan short sleeve sweater made with premier yarns. Check it out. So pretty window curtains is Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Madeleine will appreciate that. Thank you, Madeleine, for sharing. Ooh, look at that. Now there I can see it even better. And she's got the dot hooks. Hey, guys, let's zoom in on the dot hooks. Sorry. Kelly, if you're in the basement, you better tell me, because then I go over to StreamYard and pick you up out of the basement because I'm in Facebook. Anti-pilling. I love anti-pilling because it always looks new. Yeah. And those lovely hooks. Love the color. Love that. Looks like raglan. Well done. Maribel, well done. Is Jessica home or is she with Oma? I know I spelled it wrong, but you know what I mean. No, I know what you mean. Hey, you popped in below. Let me go. See? There she is, my sweetheart.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. There you go. Jessica is home until tomorrow. Then she leaves with Oma. But Oma and Jessica, well, Jessica and Jonathan is supposed to go and watch animation movie. My adult kids watch animation. They just love animation.
There
so
is
what is
nothing
it?
wrong
What
with
are they
that.
watching? They're watching something. I don't know. You see, I booked it even, but the name's over my head. But anyway, then my mom phoned this morning. Can I go with you to the movies? And I'm like, well, Jessica, hold the phone. Let me see if I can book a ticket right next to you. Because maybe I can't. And I could. So now I said, whatever happens at this time, go and tell your father he's busy outside working in the yard. He must stop because he's got to take you all. Anyway, Henry Purnell. Yes, Steve. Thank you. That young guy's name is Henry Purnell. He is fantastic.
He's good.
You know, he's like, when these people who start crocheting, they just do things. They break all the rules and they just go. Yes. And they create amazing stuff. Look at that sweater. Oh, Maribel, you just pulled out all the stops, eh?
Wow.
You know, I see that sweater, and what I see is when the weather gets a little bit cooler, like today, I'm wearing my crochet dress, but I'm wearing my long sleeve t-shirt.
Yes.
Janine, you will know today's weather it looks sunny outside, but you need something long sleeve, just something, because your arms shouldn't really be bare. It's a little bit chilly. So,
that's nice.
Hi, beautiful Jessica. Jessica's not in this room at the moment. Hope they have a blast at the movies, says Catherine.
It's black yarn.
Sorry, my sweetheart.
It's black yarn. That's a nightmare to work with.
See, I never had a problem. A lot of people do, and I'm like,
I don't know how she did it.
I'm okay during the day when there's natural light, but as soon as I put on any sort of artificial light, including my natural light bulb, I can't work with it. Yeah.
Oh wow!
I gotta show you. I gotta show you this picture I found. Let me see if I can find it. I was looking at it yesterday. Oh, there it is. I think it was in black. Let me see if I can. I believe this is a black and white picture, but I was looking at that sweater. Ironically, let me see if I can put this in here. Let me see if I can get in there.
Is it big enough?
Yeah, make me, if you don't, well, later on. But like this is a mesh sweater. It reminds me of what Katrine just did, or no, whoever just did that. I forgot.
Okay.
It's a little bit bigger holes, you know.
If you could hold on to that, I would love to see that.
Yeah, sure. But anyway, it's ironic that you were on the same page that I was on. I was thinking about the same thing.
Only time I have trouble with working with black yarn is with amigurumi, says Amanda. It's beautiful pullover I use with my light board to work dark colors at night. That way they are backlit. Oh, wow.
That's what I ended up doing with the squares for that shawl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Tablets behind me. Or a piece of white.
Hey, Rosie.
Wavy. Desiree is showcasing a wavy sampler Afghan. Now she's the one that does miracles with granny squares. I mean, totally something different but beautiful. This is Reggie's pre-patterned crochet zizzy slipper socks. Quick, easy, and beginner friendly with both written instructions and a video tutorial. Oh la la. That looks cool, eh? And this was Sadie from Sadie Spincraft. She was doing some beautiful work there. And this was Sylvia Olivo. I don't know if many of you know, but she always comes on a Monday. She's on her way to dialysis. On a Friday, she's on the way home. And she did this granny square blanket. And this is beautiful. So I just thought I had to share because, you know, love it. I'm leaving now to try and get some sleep. Bye for now. Sandrine, I pray you feel better, you know, over time. Amanda, I already read. Look at this thing now. Now it actually went to the beginning. Now what, you know? Ooh, smack it. So this is new. Once in a blue moon. No. Where did it go now? It said this is new once in a blue moon. Didn't it just say that? I saw that. I'm not the only one hallucinating. Let me see. You see, there's the squares.
You might be. I don't know.
Love the two colors. You see, there's the squares. Now, if I go close, it looks like she did. You see that sort of, it sort of nips into the white. It looks like she did a join as you go.
Yeah, join as you go. That's definitely a join as you go method.
She did it very well. I'd love to try squares like that because that looks fantastic. Now, why did it do this? You know, I want to just smack it when it does this. Because the last thing I want to do is to zoom up all the way. Yes. Okay, so when I go there now, I just won't touch on any picture. Why does it do this? What does it have an expiry date on scrolling?
Probably. It stops.
I'm scrolling slowly because I don't want to get anybody seasick. You know? I know what it's like when people scroll up. I'm scrolling slowly, easy does it, as easy as can be. We've been there. We're nearly done with all this. Because we usually do all our Facebook and then we're done, but I think we're nearly done.
We've
That
no,
was
we've got a while yet, girl.
What was that? Come.
Okay.
And that was
going.
that. Just keep going. What's the movie? What you're watching?
Just keep swimming.
Super Mario Brothers. They're watching the Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Faith
Forgot
is
about
saying,
that movie.
thank you, Ashla.
Yes.
That's a good one,
You're
actually. I
welcome.
watched it the other week.
You saw it?
The other day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was it nice?
It was funny and daft.
I haven't
But
watched
it has
it.
to be Super
I
Mario
refuse-
Brothers. It can't be
I refuse
sensible,
to go
can it?
watch
Right.
movies. I'll book it. I'll pay for it, but I won't be watching any. So at least Jessica is here to go with Jonathan.
Well,
This was Jan I shared that we got in. This was Cheryl Flutter starting to put together a blanket for my granddaughter. All the shades of lavender and purple.
Nice.
Now I'm not going to be tempted to click on this blanket because it might just catch me.
Again.
Bye, Jessica.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Now there it is. New. Once in a blue moon. Blankie.
Yes.
That's a beautiful pattern. I tell you, I mean, I am not in the least tempted to try that. I think it is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's just not my jam.
Not your jam.
It's not my jam.
It's just a color combination. It looks like a standalone granny square, to be honest.
No, but if you go closer, I mean, she does magic with granny squares. I mean, she does things, even the borders. Raven says, Sylvia is also blind, so she is amazing because she feels her way as she crochets. I don't think I could do that. And I've been crocheting for 44 years. Yes, I didn't want to say that now, but I had this idea that she was there was something wrong with her sight. So thank you for saying that, because now
I didn't know that.
That's why I thought that blanket was just amazing that she did it.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
And now Sandrine probably went to sleep, but this was the mosaic blanket she shared with us, and I think
if
I'm seeing that, okay, that's it. I think we reached the end.
Yeah.
Recent media. Let me just click on that. This was Maribel. Now, what is this? Wait, let me go back here. Because is that a new share? Did she just share that? Let me see. Recent media. Yeah, absolutely. Have a go, Joe. I made a blanket using half and half squares, not fully sewn up yet, and has T-split on it. T-split on it. T-split on it.
T-spilled. Yeah.
Goodness, like
sorry,
cannot read. Oops, inspired by a quilting pattern called Labyrinth from Jordan Fabrics. You know who has a quilting? It's sort of copies quilting. Is Sandra Paul. I look at that and I'm like, women, you are so talented. Okay, let's look at this. Look at this. So this is the body. It looks like it's down, up over the shoulder, and then down the back.
Down the back.
Up, then the front, and then eventually you do the sleeve, and you do 2 of those, something like that. Sheila, good morning, my sweetheart. How you doing? Look at that. Perfect match.
Ooh.
Wait, let's go closer. Let's go closer.
Is that
that's the yarn that she used, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Looks like Karen.
I love what she did. This is a beautiful thing to just throw over something, and there you go.
That's great.
I think that's beautiful to just. I love those sleeves.
Yeah,
something different.
Really decorative idea, isn't it? And it means then the top of your arms stay warm, but you can. Not only will it keep this bit cool, but it makes it easy when you bunch it up.
Yes,
it doesn't bunch up as much. Really cute idea.
All right.
Okay, show us that. What did you have on your phone? I'd love to see that.
So anyway, I was editing some video, and Eddie, I don't know if you remember Eddie Gannon plays guitar, and he comes on my channel, and he was singing a song by Nina Simone, and I couldn't really think of the name of it, but I picked up all these photos of her came up. She was a singer in the 70s and 80s, and but she had on quite a few crochet items.
Stunningly beautiful.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Stunning.
So let me see if I can find another one real quick. But anyway, he sang this song and I just went, oh, let me find the title because I couldn't remember. Oh, here's another one she has on. I'll show you. These are all black and white because these are from the 60s, these photos.
I think
And
if
sorry
you
about
tilt
the
the
light.
phone slightly forward,
Yeah,
then it takes away the,
there it is.
unless you've got some mean light there.
I've got some mean light. I'm just trying to see if I can get it. But I don't know if you can see the
Oh,
outfit
that's
there.
beautiful. You see, that's the era, man. That was the
Isn't
era.
it?
That's a lovely sweater she's wearing, this Katrine. Oh, yes, isn't it?
Let me see that. I think there's one more, and then I won't like monopolize too much here. But I just was looking through and I went, what was the title of that song? And then I went, ooh, crochet. I did one of those, ooh, crochet. Like squirrel.
Absolutely.
Let me see. This might be a better picture. But she's playing piano. She played piano. She was a songwriter. And they use a lot of her music now for
Oh, yes. Now I can
commercials. There we go.
Oh,
see.
that's
Beautiful.
pretty.
I love it.
But anyway,
love
but she
it.
has this song called I Feel Good. And that was my grandmother's, one of her favorite singers.
She's got a song called I
Very
Feel Good.
beautiful singer.
What's her
I Feel
name?
Good.
No,
Nina
what's her name?
Simone. Nina. Nina. Simone. Nina Simone.
There we go.
And the song that they
I
play on
got
these commercials, they play it all the time. I noticed lately they've been really using a lot of her music, but it's called I Feel Good. And you'll recognize it as soon as you hear it. You're going to go, oh, okay. But, you know, she passed away, I think, in the 80s. So she's been gone a while, like a long time. She had a long, you know, these singers are, they have terrible lives. Like you just go, oh my gosh, seriously? Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, I was just flipping through and I went, whoa, crochet. And she had on a couple of things. And there's more. And she just had a lot of her style, her fashion sense was her own. And pretty much you see it copied now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you see it all the time. Like there's a bunch of people that sort
Everything's copied nowadays.
Yeah.
Look at this. And Nina Simone, you see that what she's wearing there?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
That was the first one that
Oh,
she
that's
showed.
beautiful. You
Yes.
see? And then that one, obviously, we don't see enough, but that's the one you showed where she was sitting at the piano.
Yes. And it's that white crochet kind of meshy kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
But
see, there's the same photograph. Let's see. Oh, there's this. That's that kind of. Oh, but you see now how she's wearing it with the gloves and the dress underneath.
Yeah.
But that looks even. Okay, if I look at this one, it looks even like a poncho over that white dress. Remember when she was sitting at the piano? She had it on.
Yes.
But she had the white dress underneath. But this looks like she's wearing a poncho over it.
Yeah.
Then she goes to the piano, takes that top thing off, and she's left with the dress. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I'm guessing, but let's not guess.
I
don't know.
But garment, didn't she? Pre-show protective garment.
Yes. Yeah. See, people didn't know all their stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Very
there you can see.
Yep.
That she's taking that off, and then she goes to the piano and she sits, and she's got a dress with crochet over, which you can see in the previous, because there it is over her lap, not in double. There, over the legs, over that.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
Yes. I'm glad you found that. Thank you. But anyway, that's what I found last night, randomly. Just looking at stuff. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Crafty folks see talent and beauty everywhere. They are talented. That's why. Let me just make this a little bit smaller so we can see, so we don't have it all over. Smack bang the thing on top of you, you know.
There
funny. You go. Ooh. You know what? We always say, keep it fun, but I am keeping a commitment here, which means I've only got a little bit to go, and I am determined this week not to pick up anything, even though I might be super tempted. I'm super committed. I'm doing a Linda.
Okay.
You will be done.
Right now. Yes,
speaking to self. You want to do something else? Oh,
no.
Yes. Well, get going. How many rows have you knitted today?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you've done nothing. So get going.
You can't do nothing else till you finish that one. Yeah. Oh,
Exactly, because sometimes we just need to stick to it to get. I know I'll be so happy when I'm done with this, and there really isn't much to do. Now, I mean, obviously, both kids are out. My mom's out, husband's out. It's just me and Rosalind here. I can sit and I can crochet. I'm here with you guys for another 2 hours.
Ooh.
And hey, how much can I do in 2 hours? Let's see.
A lot.
Just send a join request to your Facebook group so I can share my Granny Square projects with you. Let me go and see. Where is the Facebook group? Nina Simone, I feel good. Is that one?
So that's James Brown.
Yeah, I'm like, wrong
That would be James
That's
Brown.
wrong sex on that. Sorry, Ursula.
What did you say? Wait a minute. What did you say? I missed it now. Between I hear the laughing. I didn't hear the words. What did you say?
No, I just said James Brown. That would be James Brown.
Hey, well, I'm a fan. It just means I'm a fan.
Yes.
To which I said, wrong sex.
Right. She said wrong sex.
All right. That's what she said. Okay, got it. No worries. Just send a join. Okay, there you go. I've got you. Got you approved, sweetie.
Yes.
Joanne, now, from now on forward, you can always share it's called Sunday Share, hashtag Sunday Share, but you can share anytime in the week. But then I go and when every Monday morning I go and we have a look through. That's one of the reasons I don't want to miss a Monday, because if I miss a Monday, I've got 2 weeks of stuff to share and it becomes too much.
Yes.
So it's like, too much.
Yep.
Man,
yeah, you do have a lot.
Yes, but it's because in the beginning it wasn't like that. But when people see that you actually do share it out, they say, "Hey, I'd like people to see my. I don't want them to see my face, but especially if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would like people to see what I make, and it's just a motivation, and
Good.
Catherine says." Nina Simone, I feel good now. Okay, now Kelly, give it a go. How does that go? Nina Simone,
let me find the words. I only know pieces of it. Hold on. I gotta find the lyrics because the way it starts is a little bit slow. Let's see. Hold on.
Jump in the middle. I'll read Catherine's comment along. Having to work slow is giving me terrible startitis. I want to work on a new project or 12, but I want too many whips at once. I cannot do too many whips at once. It makes me, my anxiety rises. But I tell you, Linda, if she has enough whips, her anxiety decreases. If she has a few, it's like, ooh, hello, Christine is in the house. That's a good-looking panel. Sylvia, we were admiring your Granny Square blanket. Good morning, Usha. Good morning, everyone. God bless you all. I'm on my way today. Hello, sis. I told you guys, please pray for me. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. We were admiring your Granny Square blanket. You did a wonderful job, Sylvia. There you go. Okay, so how does it go?
All right. Let me see if I can do this early morning here. Bird flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. And then she goes, it's a new dawn, a new day. And then at the very end, she goes, and I'm feeling good. But there's a lot of musical in between.
Hey!
So it's like poems. She was like a poet, and she wrote a lot of.
Isn't there something
her music is very poetic. Yes, a new dawn, a new day, and I'm feeling good, and that's the way it ends. But it's a beautiful song.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love it.
But very serious. She is very serious. Like everything is like, whoo.
Who's that other girl that she's got Sade?
Oh, Sade.
No,
From
no,
England,
no.
right?
Man, she's also got a deep voice. This girl.
Sade. Yeah, Sade. Yeah. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm in love with you. You give me
she sings songs like that with her voice. She's got a golden voice, I tell you.
It's very good. Yeah, it's like smooth, very smooth. But
Michael Bublé did a remake several years ago. Love that song. Ooh, yes.
Yeah, so many people. Oh, it's been covered a lot. Yeah, it's been covered a lot. A lot.
Jessica,
and it's in commercials. You'll hear it. Yeah, you'll hear it. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Let me see here. Oh man, why do I have knots in my yarn? Why?
Ooh.
I already am working on something that is a problem child. I don't need knots to complicate things further. Anybody in the chat, I just want to tell you that the link for StreamYard at the top of the chat is an invitation for those of you who are new. If you want to come up on panel, like you see these two ladies, like, look, Kelly's just, I know Poppy looks very professional up there and intimidating maybe, but you can see Kelly sitting relaxed on her couch. Is it on the couch?
It is
with
my
a table, and she's just got her camera up there in front of her. Like, I've got my cell phone up here, just in a grip, because I mean I've got to have it against something.
Yes.
And that's it. That's all you do. So, and when you come up, you just see that if you're a Prime member of YouTube, just click the link and then go back and close YouTube and then come back. Because otherwise we have echo.
Turbo echo.
You know, look at this. Okay, let me quickly show you. You know what I like? This is actually Jessica's scarf, but I've claimed it. Okay, wait, let me take this out of the way.
Thieving toe rag.
It's mine.
You see how these big dots match these the big granny square.
Yes.
I can see why you've nicked it now.
Nice.
There you go. That are gone. There. Yeah. You see? I mean, I like to wear this side. She was wearing it yesterday. I said, no. I said, no. I look better in that scarf. There's my cupboard.
Okay.
There's a whole stack of scarves. Go shop my stash. Come to me. Tell me which you like. You could have it. But this is mine. The dots are mine. This is pulling my name. But now I've got mine.
Yes.
My mom had me take a photograph of this dress when she was there. And she went and shopped for one long sleeve t-shirt that would match this. Now this is okay, Oma. It matches now. See, I'm matching now. See, everything's matching.
Mummy, okay, Oma, you out the house dress, dodgy girl.
She's like, fix that. I need it to match.
Yes, Raven is saying I'm old,
isn't it? It doesn't
I'm
matter
old new.
It doesn't matter how old you are. Mummy will always keep dressing you.
But the thing is with my mom, she I want to say well, I was raised by a single mom, but she actually, in my opinion, she can afford it now, but to me, in my opinion, maybe I wonder if she agrees, but in my opinion, she buys a lot of clothes because I don't even buy clothes maybe once in 3 years. Something
here.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I buy something falling apart. I go and buy something new.
We have the same mother. We have the same mother.
So I just think she goes, I look at her every time she comes here, and I mean, it's from head to toe and everything is matching. And I'm like, next time it's like, you're new. I haven't seen this before. And then next time again, I haven't seen it. I'm like,
but if you think about
you can pull her through a ring, you know?
Yes.
So I'm like, you, Oma? And then she has the habit now. She obviously, you know, like a mother, she wants to buy you something. So I'm like, yes. And I'm like, ooh, the hoarding feeling makes my anxiety go up because I'm like, I think I have enough scarves. I don't need more.
Right.
And I have enough things. If I have enough of something, I don't need more. I don't want more because you need space for more.
Yes.
I don't want it. So,
That's
I
true.
thought I was a part of a group on Facebook, but guess I wasn't. But I did put in a request. Amanda, did you? Okay. Anytime you do, wait a minute. Let me see today. Maybe today, but because I thought I was on how do you say, on up to date with approving requests.
Yes.
No, it's maybe okay. Maybe it says. There you go, Amanda. There you go, Amanda. You're now approved. There you go. I had to wait for that one because it was like, where is it? Where is it? Come, let me see. Okay, let's see. She said, Sylvia says, Ursula, that blanket I did out of scrap that I had left over from all my projects. But you did a marvelous job. Still, you see, you take scrap and you don't make it look like scrap. That's okay. Now that is the restaurateur. What is the someone who English, where are you? Come to me.
Is magic.
Someone who restores things, okay? Ooh, Janine and Trudy, help. If you restore something, I think people, hey, but Kelly visits so many flea markets. She must have that in her. If you take something that's meant for the dump and you make it beautiful, that, shall I call it a trait or a characteristic? Not everybody is like that. Some people just toss. I like to take something that was meant for, and make it look beautiful. That's why I like working with scrap and say, okay, you're scrap, but what can we do with you that is so pretty that you exceed even the project, you know? Right. So to me, that's like, yes, Raven says that blanket is absolutely beautiful, Sylvia, sweetie. Thank you, lovely. Yeah, I had just done it, says Amanda. I hung out with Amanda yesterday. We were waiting for Granny D to go live. So I was with Amanda doing my little square start shout out on the side. So I'm on the other panel. So I'm like AFK, away from keyboard, but listening.
AFK.
While the power's out, before I run totally out of power, let's quickly do this. So
that's a good idea.
I've clothes over a decade old in my closet. If they fit, Katrine, who cares? If it still looks like you can, I mean, I have things.
Yeah.
Hey, 10 years was the other day. Hey, 10 years was the other day. Miguel, hello. How are you doing? How's our little chickens doing?
I was wearing a pair of jeans.
Hey, I do a mean chicken. I do a mean
That's pretty good. Wow.
I was wearing a pair of jeans yesterday that I was wearing whilst I was pregnant with my youngest child, who's 18.
Okay.
Yeah. No, okay. Now I can't do that because I've evolved.
Yes. I understand that.
They're back in fashion.
Yeah.
Evolution.
Yeah, they really don't change that much.
3 peeps have hatched so far. Oh, very good, Miguel.
Wow.
It was a blast having you in the chat. Was a great live. Yes, it was a great live. We were into deep subjects there and talking. I love that, you know, because to me, that's when people get to know each other better, you know. So
yes,
that was good.
Absolutely.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Listen, I'm sitting here. Now, you know what's peeping at me is half a drawer, because I pull the drawer halfway out because it gives me a place to just, if I need to, in a hurry, take this and dump it somewhere. Yes. It's like, but what is in that drawer is the cotton of my circular blanket, which is my temptation. That's what I'd rather be doing now than this. But
yeah, they came out so nice. Your blankets.
I am displaying a stamina, tenacity.
Yes.
Any of you can add some beautiful words to what I'm displaying here. Not crunching my teeth. No.
Stubborn. That's the only word I can think of. That's my word of the month.
What did you say?
Stubborn. You have to be stubborn to keep going at the same project.
I'm like, this thing is not getting the best of me, and I'm not quitting before it's ready. It needs to be a certain length, and I'm very close. Just keep. I'm doing a Dory. Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. My old boss used to say stick-to-itiveness, which I hated. Stick-to-itiveness. I mean, I'm like, dude, really? you gotta find a better word. But anyway, I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah,
sorry.
you see, it could
They sound like
true. They are
traumatic
classic, still fit,
Yes.
never go out of style,
Yes.
unless the person wearing them, like me, has evolved,
Yes.
which I did. So, yes,
I'm
you're
too
good enough
tight.
alone.
Yeah.
I'm just too tight.
Oh my
I
goodness!
will wear it till
Yes.
it falls apart. And my husband used to get really irate because I've got certain jeans that, of course, you end up loving a certain pair of
Yes.
jeans, don't you?
Tenacity.
And you keep wearing them, and
Yeah.
you wear the knees out. It doesn't matter, because by the time the knees are worn out, it's back in fashion to have ripped jeans.
It totally is.
Oh no, that's the last part of the
That's
jeans
right.
of my jeans that get worn out. You know,
So
dedication, self-discipline,
my favorite-
commitment. Catherine, you guys are doing
Commitment.
amazing.
Yes.
I, the boss, would say, "Get her done, get her done."
I know she hates
Yes.
that. I hate that too. Yeah.
But my husband
I
hates
had a
ripped
boss
jeans.
that said, "I can't live off sorry." You could not tell him, "I'm so sorry about this." He would just tell you, "I can't live off sorry." And when I went to work for him, I heard that in the past 6 weeks, he has had 6 secretaries. So
Oh, okay.
I thought,
There you go.
Yeah.
oh, wow. But I said, okay, well, I know that usually a difficult guy is just someone who wants the job done right. So
Yes.
bring it on. And I
Bring it
got
on.
the job, and we were fine. That's what he said, get her done. And Amanda saying, gotta go for now, maybe back if you are still on. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
There you go. When it comes to whips, I don't have ducks in a row, but I have squirrels. And they're everywhere, just like our whips.
Squirrels. Nice.
Listen, don't talk about squirrels. We've got squirrels that need to be, they are visiting my ceiling. You know?
Oh.
Do you say ceiling? Do you say ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're coming in like through your attic or something. Maybe your attic.
Yeah, I don't want them there. I don't want them there. So
don't blame you.
Hubby is home.
UK is loft.
Like they need to go. Yeah.
No, they mustn't come in. And then, but he says they find. You see, they if they're small, they find a way in.
Yes.
Because I mean, it doesn't even need to be a hole. I mean, it's only so closed. I mean,
they're small.
Certain places they can.
Yeah.
But you need to.
We've had squirrels that nested up in our loft space for about 3 or 4 years in a row.
Right.
And they were cheeky because they used to take over. Which actually, this bit I don't mind.
Yeah.
They were up there. We'd heard them. We went to have a look. And what they'd done is taken some of the insulation that we had in the loft cavity. They'd taken some of that.
Oh, yeah.
And put it into a suitcase. Because
we
had an open suitcase. And they used the open suitcase as the nest.
The nest. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
So now the same with us.
And the nest,
they have
it was a plastic suitcase, hard-bodied plastic suitcase. So there was no fluid leakage or anything like that. So at the end of the season, we just brought the suitcase down, emptied it, rinsed it out.
Oh, you could rinse it.
Shoved it back up there again and went, go on, then have another bit of stuffing of the ceiling. Because
but that's what they do. And
yes.
So they're very comfortable. And sometimes, I mean, you would go to bed at night and it sounds like, okay, the people in the house is sleeping now. Let's have a party. Yes. And it sounds like cats. You know when a cat runs on a wooden floor up and down a long passage?
Yes.
And I'm like, really? As long as you stay on the other side of that ceiling, I'm okay for tonight.
You're okay?
But it's got to stop. No, for the night. But hey, we're going to make a plan. Who's on panel with you? It is Poppy the crazy lady, not the Poppy the crazy lady, the crazy Poppy lady. And I bring it every day, clearly. Hey, and I've got yarn bar here, which I'm now going to just snip and reattach because I've got to make progress on something I already don't like. So don't be, this is unnecessarily delayed. But we can't stop. We will be showcasing tenacity and stamina. In Britain, you've got
Oh, stamina.
What do you call this stuff? Upper lip? You call it now the word for it?
Yeah.
Muster. In South
Muster.
Africa, we've got stamina.
Mm. Nice.
Stamina. Well, if you listen to Trevor Noah, that's what he once said in one of his shows. He said, "You may have muster there, but we've got stamina." When
Wow.
his grandmother used to give him a hiding, he says, "It was you against her stamina." So, no.
Yes.
Yes,
He was kind
that
of
was
funny.
hilarious because I thought, I know what you mean.
Yes.
I don't have ducks. I have playful kittens in a toy box, says, oh, listen, now I have only this knitted blanket that is coming from last year, but I did say it will get done when it gets done. But it is my next Watch Me Crochet video. And my Watch Me Crochet videos, I'm trying new styles or new ways.
Yes.
And I want to sort of sit at a window where you can see what I'm doing, but then whatever else you see is maybe something green, you know? So I've got to have the time of the day right, that the sun is not on me, but just sort of this side of the house, so that it's all these factors we've got to do. We ended up making a raccoon cubby nest in the attic, the way they stay out of the, that way they stay out of the attic, proper.
Yeah. We have,
okay, now that's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got squirrels that were coming up and over, but when we had the last cat, Pipsqueak, she used to sit on the edge of the fence, which was right by where they used to run up.
Oh, wow.
Get into their nest, because I'd never seen them, but they've climbed a 2-story house to get into the loft, right? And it was like, you're insane, right? Well, she used to sit in this one spot and she wouldn't let them pass. So they used to end up running all the way around the other side of the house, climb up the other side of the house, sort of on the diagonal, and come up and over the roof, pull a funny face at her, and then swing in.
Wow.
To get in.
Yes, they do.
They're gymnasts.
I mean, you know, I once stood in the kitchen, and for those of you who don't know, my house is on quite an incline, which means at the back of the house you walk straight out onto the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And if you walk out the front, you've got to go 13 steps down to get to, which is about a floor, because the garage is below the living room, sitkamer, living room. Okay, so what is happening to my English today? It's just that I've had too much Afrikaans visitors this weekend. But anyway, the point is that I was sitting there and I was in the kitchen. Now, the kitchen is on this side of the house. And this squirrel was swinging off the side. And I'm like, yo, this kitchen window is open. You better not be thinking of coming in here, because I will need a change of underwear. Because
yes, I understand.
No, I mean, I don't like being close to anything that is National Geographic on TV. That's how close I want to be. Nothing closer. Anything closer is scary for me.
I understand.
Good morning, Kim. Hello, my sweetheart. Are you awake? How are you doing?
Yep.
Thank you, Katrine. The curtains are beautiful, Katrine.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very nice.
What curtains? What curtains?
They were in the Facebook group with the flowers.
The Facebook group.
Was that hers? I
can't remember whose that was, but
that's what I thought.
I guess they were hers. I can't remember just that quick.
I think that's a good idea, Katrine. We ended up making. I just, when I see Katrine's name, I remember the day when she said to us, when we were in a live stream, and she said, "There's a racket outside," and then the next thing we heard, "Hey, there's these big animals," and I said, "Okay, well, how big can it be?" And she says, "Well, so big," and I'm like, "I think this is like the size of it. You're describing the size of a cow. That's huge." So, and they got, "Hello, Sunflower Ashley, how are you doing?"
Hello, darling.
She says, "Hi, Kelly. Good morning, Poppy. How are you doing, my sweetheart?" I saw a comment from your mom yesterday. I think it was Granny D, where she said you were recovering from an infection, Ashley. And I'm so happy. But we keep you in our prayers, my sweetheart. You are not alone. We keep you covered in prayer. I once had a bat accidentally come into the bedroom just as I was about to sleep.
Great.
I was dive bombing my head while my hubby was trying to catch it. The poor thing was knackered, window shut. From now on, I die. Listen, they told me that those things have sonar hearing, so the chances that they will touch your head or fly into you is close to zero. Hey, this tale is not comforting, if that's what you're saying.
I understand.
Whoa, listen. Does that mean you don't get? When I started live streaming, I told them a story about the elephants in South Africa who drink. Well, not drink. They eat the marula fruit when it is overripe. And they get drunk because we have marula.
I do remember this story. Oh, yeah.
Amen. And she will not forget that story.
Will not forget. That is funny.
Look at Facebook. Joanne Priest just added a beautiful blanket.
Ooh.
Check it out. Good morning, Nancy. How are you doing, my sweetheart? Nancy's saying, good morning, Usha and friends. I'm well, thank you. How are you, says Sunflower Ashley. When I was in college, I accidentally let a duck or goose in the building. No, man. You know that's one thing I can't stand. That's anything with
feathers.
With wings.
Wings.
Please, not wings. If it's got wings, oh my goodness. I don't do well with wings. Wings and me. Okay, let me refresh here because I don't see it here. Christine says, Tess, can you see this message? I had to restart my computer. Yes, 1, 2, 3. We can see Christine. Hi, Catherine. Christine, we can see you, my sweetheart. Oh, look at you. Not fully sewn up yet, but it's coming along nice. My own pattern, not written up though. Inspired by the quilt pattern, Labyrinth. Oh, look at you. And that is, okay, now that is the big picture. Now we're going to go closer. Let's go closer and a bit closer.
Oh, wow.
And you must have drawn this out. Good morning, Isela. You must have, how do I say? You make a picture?
You should have
make a picture of it.
Maybe to try and work out what the crossovers were.
Yeah, that's the proper English word. Yeah, that's the thing. What I'm trying to say is you made a picture and that's how you knew what to crochet.
Beautiful.
Because this is awesome. Yes. I'm amazed to see what you can do with a solid granny and inspired. Where is Kelly? She's behind that.
Way down there.
Okay, so
hiding.
I always forget to get rid of a comment when I start sharing on. You posted a blanket as well just now. Good morning, Isabel. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let me just see here. And Sunflower Ashley was saying hi to Kelly. I posted you posted your blanket as well. Let me just see. Because this thing is a bit slow, eh? I just look at the picture and had a go. Have a go, Joe. That's what that channel name's about. Joanne, you did a wonderful job there. Let me just give it a pat like.
Nice.
Did you post a blanket? Wait, let me just see. I posted my blanket as well just now. So she says just now. Okay. Just now. So let's refresh to see, because I want to see it.
Yep.
You've done a marvelous job. Have a go, Joe. Joanne, you've done a marvelous job there. I would love to see that all done and dusted. But so far, wow. Oh, okay. See now, you see, it takes a while. It takes a while. Let's have a look here. Hey, there we go. Share. Look at you. Progress on my, what did she say? Sophie Universe.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know how the only way I'll be able to do that is to actually say, let me try and do it. But otherwise, it looks very intimidating, I must say.
It
Well,
does.
it
But
so complicated.
The pattern's written out in such a way that it's separated into sections, so it does make it a lot easier to do. And I think that the Sophie also comes with a tutorial as well. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But
Margaret says, time to head back outside. Thanks for the great life, Usha. Take care or have a great week. Thank you, Margaret, for being with us. And I pray that you have a blessed Monday and a lovely week. There you go. Okay. Fantastic. Faith, let me give a big fat like there. That was well done. Oh, my goodness. I would like to see the other colors that you're going to use. And last night, Amanda was showing us... Inhale too sharp. Amanda was showing us what she was working on. Oh, so first she shows the 2 cakes, which is no longer available. So I'm looking at that because at that time I was still looking up. And then I'm like, okay, this is cool. I can't see the connection, but she says she really likes it. She thinks it goes together. And I'm like, okay, let's see where it goes. Mishi, good morning. Then she shows a blanket that is jaw-dropping.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I see now where this is going. So sorry if you've been in the basement because I didn't see you there.
She had you locked in there, is she? Yes. She had you in there in the corner.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. Sophie's does come with a tutorial from In a Nutshell on YouTube. She has a whole YouTube series of it. And then there is the book, and then the website has the free pattern. I have one that I started in 2015 when the cow first started. But I'm like at row like 80, I think 89-ish, and it's getting big. So one row around takes forever.
Okay. All right.
It's like this problem child.
Yes.
That I've got here.
And then the problem is if you make a mistake all the way back at the beginning of the row,
you're in trouble.
It's just like
I torture frogging it.
Oh no!
I'm a person who likes to. I will frog things, but there was one time where I just actually added in a piece of yarn and like fixed it, and then weaved in the ends, and no one knows.
Nobody knows.
I'm not sure. Like Sophie's blanket's been around for ages now. If it's the one I'm thinking of, there was actually a lady that did cheats or corrections.
Oh, okay.
For rows, so that if you went round and you noticed that there was an issue, there was somebody, and that's the problem. I can't remember who it was because I didn't actually do the cow, but there was somebody that was showing you how to put in missing stitches in.
It's easy to do.
Wow.
Like I just usually do like a standing crochet or a standing double crochet or standing treble crochet, and just get those ends and weave them in opposite directions, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Wow. Good morning, Cindy. How you doing? But I guess that Sophie's blanket is not a kind of blanket that you would make for someone else, because
no, unless you like seriously like self-torture and mutilation or really love that person.
Masochistic?
That's the word I was looking for.
Unless they are not even in their teens yet, and they'll only get it for like their 21st. Something like that.
You're pregnant and you're making it for their wedding gift.
Right.
No, I don't even know if I like you that much.
You've still got time.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Because, oh my.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yes, Usha, major persistent tenacity. I will not make another. Listen, I don't want to see knitting needles for a while now. When this is done, I'm like, you guys can take long leave.
Yes.
Maternity leave 3 times over. Wow. I'll see you next year. Maybe, baby.
So you're not going to get some circulars and start on socks then, Ursula?
No socks?
Are you? I've never made socks. I'll buy my socks. I don't have an urge to make socks. I'm making the blanket to have on my couch for when my mom comes and sleep on the couch. It sounds like your mom doesn't come over much, Faith. Hey? Which blanket is that? That's the one you just posted. Because no jokes. I mean, that takes a lot of time. So mommy, I'm thinking mommy stays far and then she's going to come and stay over. I've learned I like to work in pieces and then put them together later. Katrine,
No. I will do everything in the world to avoid seaming at all costs or sewing in pieces. I will rewrite a pattern. Yes, like if it's a pattern written in flat that you have to seam, it's going to get modified to be knit in the round because all you have to do is add 2 stitches. And then it's going to be like picking up stitches so I don't have to sew on things. Like,
wow.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of. I am not a taker.
That's how we differ, hey? Oh, wow. Because, yes, I like to, if it's smaller pieces. But, last year was definitely different from this year because this year, January and February here is our summer. It was the hottest. Okay, now I've said that. It's not the fact that it was so hot. It's the fact that we had so much load shedding, which means you couldn't even put a fan on. Because the previous year, which is 2022, I finished one mosaic blanket in January, and I started and finished another mosaic blanket in February. And I was thinking, I said to Jessica, how is that possible? When last year I did that, and this year I couldn't even touch acrylic during January and February. And it was hot. It was hot, but I think it's we were talking about, Amanda, we were talking about that beautiful blanket you showed last night. Because I called Jessica, I said, I've actually paused the live because I thought whatever I'm missing after this, I can't let Jessica miss what she's showing here. I said, come and check what this girl's doing. And she came and stood here. Oh, wow. And she, she says, Katrina, I've got a quilt that I'm making for my great niece. Ooh. I make a square per year. What? It'll be done when she's 18.
Okay. That sounds like a really cool
Is that an 18 square?
It is.
Is that an 18 square quilt?
Huh.
Somebody needs to invent a crochet seaming machine. A sewing machine that uses yarn. Oh, it's called Ursula. You just call me and I'll be there.
Yes.
So there's actually a couple of techniques if you search them out where people do use sewing machines. I forgot what the stitch is, but it's the one that goes back and forth, and they will actually sew squares together, and you can't really see it. They use like crochet squares to make blankets, and there's a couple tutorials on how to do that.
Thank you.
You put your crochet squares together with a sewing machine.
There is the one that I've got that is close to an overlocking stitch is called the blanket stitch because it looks like a line with little lines going to the side. But I mean, we were taught at school how to do that by hand. But I know that my machine has that, and if I use that, that's a very good. It's like the overlocking stitch, and it lasts.
Right.
There we go. Hello. Zigzag stitch. Yes, it's like zigzag. But I think the one that I'm talking about is called blanket stitch because when we were taught this now, way back when, okay, we're talking about the 70s, 77. When we were taught this is how you end off any garment so that it doesn't unravel.
Right, undo.
Yeah. Oh, now you know the Afrikaans word. Unravel, unravel.
Yes.
There you go. Ooh, I don't know. My English is not where it should be today. What are you doing, Kim?
I'm stuffing my snake.
All right.
Because that is so. I see the colors coming and going. I think she's going to show us a ball of yarn, but then it goes and then it comes and then it's different colors, and I'm like.
Well, this is the high snake. So he's my highs of my this year. And this is my low snake.
Is this your temperature?
This is my version of a temperature project because I just don't have the fortitude to do a whole blanket right now.
I understand that. Yes.
So I got a hot snake and I got a low snake, and I'm calling it a year.
Nice. That's actually different. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, go.
I like it.
That's how it sounds.
Yeah.
18 square quilt. An 18 square quilt. Yes, now that's what I'm saying. I think it's an 18 square quilt. I'm using clothes that she has outgrown for fabric. First square was her mom's maternity dress. Catherine, you are so resourceful, really.
She is.
Yes. I'm 4 years old in 77. So I'm a little bit older than you. You don't have to call me auntie yet, but
pretty much. That's cool.
You know, I used to give, how do you say when when people go to church and there's someone who takes care of the kids? We used to call it Sunday school.
That's what I called it.
Are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did that. Then I did that for kids that were 5, 6, and 7.
Wow.
And then the next 2 years I did it for 5, and because they used to ask you to have the kids in 3 years in a row, the same teacher for some reason. I don't know what the reason was. 5, 6, and 7. Then you give them over to someone, then you start again. 5 and 6. Yeah. And I went to Johannesburg, Gauteng, and I got married, and I came back, and I was 24, 25, 26, must have been 26. And my husband and I went into a restaurant, and one of these kids were the waiter, and I felt so like, this is insane. This is insane. I just the other day I was giving you Sunday school, and now you're serving at this table. How did this happen?
How does that happen?
Yes, 77. 77 was a good year, says Mishi. What are you using for stuffing? The snake.
Oh. Just some plain old fiber fill.
Just freeze there. Please, freeze. Let me just. What's that? Fiber fill. Okay.
She's doing the Vanna White. Yeah.
Oh, right. High performance fiber fill, right? Not just any old fill. It's for the snake. It's going to be high performance.
It's the cheap stuff at Walmart. Because these are actually going to be hanging in the rafters of my yarn barn. Because I'm going to have like pine rafters. And I'm doing a cathedral ceiling with tongue and groove. And so it's going to be up there. And so I'm just using the cheap stuff.
I pray you never come in there and mistake a real snake for one of those snakes.
I'll probably see some on the way walking out there, though. I mean, that's a definite reality because we have them everywhere.
Gross.
Life. Thank you so much, Ashley. That blanket I'm working on is the Mandala Madness. I'm using the video tutorial on YouTube. I am using 2 self-striping yarns to make it. Yes, but I wouldn't have thought of using that, but the way it comes out is just amazing. So it's called the Mandala Madness, and it's a video tutorial on YouTube. If anybody's interested in trying something that's really beautiful, happy Monday, everybody. Hello, M. And not the end. Hello, my sweetheart. Morning, everyone on the panel or in the chat. Water in my cup and a snood on the hook.
Snood.
Couldn't get better than that. Yeah, you were 3, not 4, Raven. Wow. They will be good door snakes to block drafts. If you fill them with was it with sand or what? Not sure. But okay, everyone. Bye-bye, Joe. And thanks for joining us, and thanks for sharing in Facebook. You meant stick? You meant stick? Stick instead of, let me see, what did I miss? Stick, where was stick?
I think they were asking what this was, but this is a really old wooden or bamboo Tunisian crochet hook that I got with a magazine, but it's perfect for stuffing.
But the back of it is big.
The back of it just has like a wooden bead on it, but it can go into small places. So it is, ever since I've got this, been my stuffing stick.
Oh,
a stuffing stick. Yeah, I did the same, but I stole one of my stuffing sticks.
Yeah.
They're going to hang on my raft Okay, there you go.
Oh, I was supposed to
That's
say
wrong.
hang. Yeah, this is
Hang.
only my second cup of coffee and it's brand new, so I'm struggling right now. There you go.
Mishi picked up 2 snakes out of my yard this weekend.
Yuck.
Rat snakes.
As long as they're,
Rat snakes.
as long
Yep.
as they're not poisonous, what's the problem?
They're just, the fact that they're just slithering around is enough. That's
Well,
like
then
all
you
I
do
need.
not want to
cute.
come
They
to my
give the
house,
best
then.
these cuddles.
Thank you, Amanda. Good
I'm afraid,
morning,
Kay.
Roberta.
Okay.
I'm afraid. It's like that.
You might be. Yeah.
My daughter loves snakes to the point she's told me I'm not going to have grandchildren
Oh.
because she doesn't want kids, but she's going to get snakes. So I'm still going to be a grandmother, but to snakes.
Okay.
I've been looking up crochet hats for snakes for months on the hope that I'll
Ooh.
get one soon.
Wow.
Because some of them, I don't know if you've ever seen any of the pictures of snakes in hats.
No.
It's so
I have not.
cute. So
No,
you can't look
I
it
have
up. They are
absolutely
so
not
cute.
seen that.
Honestly,
No,
snakes
that's
in
new
hats.
to me.
Snakes in the hat. Wow.
Yeah, snakes in crocheted hats and knitted hats.
Yeah,
It's
that's
stunning.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a pet snake.
My
I
brother-in-law.
actually caught one and kept it in my house when I was a kid. I kept it in like a box in the drawer that my parents didn't even know about for about a month, and I would just sneak it bugs. And then my mom found it one day and I was at school and she like to died.
I'm sure.
That's fine. But its name was Harold, and it would like wrap around my finger, and I'd sit in my room and do my homework with like wrapped around my little finger. It was just a brown little garter snake.
Look at Kelly. She looks like she's going to pass out.
Doesn't take much.
It was cute. It was sweet.
It could be worse. It could have been a
Jessica loves-
tarantula. They're cute too.
Jessica loves animals. And
I do
she
too, but-
wanted a, what is a marmot? What is a marmot? What is a marmot in English? Do you know?
A dog?
A lizard?
Okay, wait.
A malamute?
Let me ask. Wait, what?
Oh, is that like a breed dog?
I thought
Let
it
me
was a
just
dog.
ask Google.
Something
Come
completely
on,
off.
Google, help me. It's a, definition and meaning.
She'll turn around and
What
call us
is
a
a
sticking
stout-bodied, short-legged, chiefly herbivorous burrowing rodent of the squirrel family that have coarse fur and short bushy tail, very small ears, and that hibernate during the winter? Compare
Oh.
woodchuck.
Oh,
What is a marmot called?
like a beaver?
No.
It's the kind of thing that many kids have, and they have them on the little wheel that they run.
Oh, like a
and
hamster
feed
or
them.
a hamster or a guinea pig?
That's it. Hamster. Okay.
Hamster?
Okay, hamster. So Jessica was saying.
It's not going where I thought it was going.
We thought it was a dog.
I did. At first, I did too.
The only thing you're like, what? Well, they do make wheels for cats. Like, you can get like these big hamster wheels for your indoor cats to help with their
Wow.
exercise. So I was kind of like trying to picture, like, okay, she's got a wheel
No.
for her dog.
You see,
I
there,
had
she
one of
says it. That's it. Guinea pig. It's a guinea
Guinea
pig.
pig.
She says.
Yeah.
Guinea pig. Okay, now the thing is, Jessica wanted one of these, and I said, Jessica,
Yes.
my poor beating heart. We have
Yes.
cats and
Can't take
dogs, and that's the end of it. You want that, you can have it, but you'll have to move out.
Yes.
Then you can have it. You can't have it while you're living with me.
Absolutely.
Because my heart will not. Because something's going to happen to you, and then you're not here, and something happens, and I have to take care of it. I
Exactly.
have to touch it. Something. We're not going there.
Jessica can come
Good
live with me. She can have animals.
They don't last long
She
though.
can have it, but
Don't they? Oh, like
Okay,
a
so
lot?
like if you have proper care for I think a lot of people, because big box stores sell things for hamsters that are deemed hamster, that they get stressed really easy. So like I had a robo hamster, which is like one of the smallest hamsters you can get, but they run, I think it's like 10,000 miles a night. So you have to have like a wheel for them. But to properly keep it in a nice thing,
Yeah.
we had to buy a 40-gallon breeder tank and put like 6 to 7 inches of bedding, and that way they don't get stressed. But they can live up to 7 to 8 years.
Oh, okay. Not the ones I know. Like my friends.
oh, that's a long time.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's
a long
That's
time.
with proper care, yeah.
In the pet stores here because there's been some dodgy big chain pet stores that sell rodents that aren't too well. I'll put it like that.
But yeah, I mean, like that whole industry is just messed up with how they're transported, how they're handled in pet stores, improper care, and that they're telling people because they're just out for the money, right?
Yes.
So, like, if they sell you an animal and they teach you, they say this is going to be perfect for them, but it's proper care, and it dies, then they know you're going to come back and buy another one. So it's just a continuous money chain for them without doing research on care.
It's bad.
Poison snakes at a distance. Oh yes, no snakes for me. I tell you, hamster's lifespan is 2 years. Guinea pigs
2 years.
12 years.
Okay.
You see, she's had this stuff, so she knows. Trudy knows. Trudy knows.
Yeah.
Trudy,
we had some in school and they didn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah, our hamster was about 3.5 to 4 years old before he passed away.
That's good.
But like hermit crabs, a lot of people think they die, but they live up to 45 years.
Wow.
Who
So
lives to 45?
Hermit crabs, if they're properly cared for, will live up to 45 years.
Okay, say that name slower. What?
Hermit crabs. Hermit crab, like the little crabs in the shells that live on the land.
Oh my word! 45. That's like to a midlife crisis, and then they just die.
I have 6 of them, and they're in a 6 foot tall tank that's about 4 foot long. So
you got them for a while, then.
Yeah, they're like they're not. They require a lot of care. It's a whole process to clean their tank every month.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
There you go. Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? Yesterday, my mom, we were talking, and my mom, why was she suggesting we get a little dog, or we got onto the subject of little dogs, or something like that. And I said, I like dogs because I grew up with dogs. But then I met my husband, and then he's a cat person. And
this is a cat person.
So now we've been married 28 years, so we went over to cats. Now we've had a German Shepherd that came to retire by us from the age of 8 to 12 or 15. She lived longer than normal. I mean, she had a really good life when she came to live with us. So and then, but I say, you know, if you have a little dog, you've got to be there because they've got to be taken. There's all the benefits, but the drawback is. You must know this because you need to take care of them. They need to be taken out. You need to wake up a certain time of the night. Take them out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they don't last.
Yeah, I'm not going over there.
I don't know if I could handle that. Then I would have to litter train a little dog.
Maybe, yeah.
I was thinking of that. I must tell you, I was thinking of that. If it is a Chihuahua or anything that size, I would give it a big cat.
Why can't you use a litter tray? Sorry, you're not quite smaller than a cat, are you?
Look at that. What is that?
This is a Yorkie.
I know it's a dog, but what?
It's a Yorkie. He's over 13 years old, so he's going blind. But he is litter trained. Not litter trained. He's like kennel trained, so he sleeps in a kennel all night long. So he'll go potty before bed. He'll go potty in the morning, and he'll go potty a couple times during the day. But he's a really good dog. But Yorkies have a lot of health issues. He has really bad arthritis. But he, he's kept really short because he has severe skin allergies, much like myself. So he's going blind. He can not hear all that well, but he's hanging in there.
We give new meaning to catching hens, says Sheila. So funny, Sheila. Hey, but you see, you know what? Once I was sitting, like I asked her to say, what becomes 45? Because I'm just missing that word, and I can't seem to make it out. Okay. Now I was sitting at a table, and this guy is, I think he was Lebanese. The one guy. That all nationalities were around this table, and this guy said the sentence, and I was 18 at the time, 19, and I have never been shy to ask if I don't understand, and I understand that other people may be too shy to ask. They think they make a fool of themselves, but I feel if I make a fool, it's only once. From then on, I know what that is, so I'm not going to make a fool again in that area. So I asked, what is that word that he's saying? I asked someone next to me, what is that word? What did he say? And they say something like they didn't hear. Okay, so at that point, he becomes aware that I didn't hear. So he says again, I catch everything except that one word. I'm like, what is that word? Yeah. And the word that he uses was vegetable. I said, what is that? And then someone next to him says, it's vegetable. I'm like, vegetable? No, well, just say vegetable. What is this vegetable? But it was the accent, okay? I mean,
that's a bougie word for vegetable.
But now I know that you actually can pronounce like that. So next time someone does that,
then you can.
I'll know that. You cannot do that. So, but anyway, I said to my daughter, well, ask, because it's sillier not to ask. You don't learn by not asking. Yeah.
Yep.
Poor baby. Bless his heart. He's so cute. Hello, Suzanne, the Swedish Johnny Hooker. Hello, my sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Rosalie. Good morning, everyone. I tell you this, guys, this morning, I am super relaxed. Yesterday, I say family came over. I gave them cake and tea. Jessica was my little right-hand helper. I gave them cake to go, and it was, whew, is everybody done now? At the front door, I only have to see everybody in 3 months' time. I'm not, enjoy the family. But I was saying to my mom, I said, Mom, I'm an introvert. I don't have a need to see people. And she was explaining to me how it's normal to want to have company. And I'm like,
it's really not.
You're like, no, thank you.
But how often?
That's why I have 6 fences in a gate.
Yeah.
How regularly do you need to see people? That was what I was telling her. Yes, it is normal, but some people need regularly to see people.
Yes.
My need is very low.
Yes.
I do need to see people, but very much less than you need to. So without her, I don't want her to feel bad, like offense or whatever. So me and Kitty is plenty for me. All she does is try to boss us around. That's what Jessica was saying. Mama, why would I get a dog if a cat is born and they know where to go pee and where to do this and how to do that and everything, they just know it. Now a dog I still have to train. I said, well, I've had dogs and it's worth it. Dogs are always glad to see you.
True.
Well, it doesn't matter what. That's the one thing. You get home. Never mind if that's the one who's going to be glad to see you, even if everybody's cross with you. And that one's going to be glad to see you.
Or like can't happen one time.
Yep.
Because we have 4 cats, 2 dogs, 6 hermit crabs, 2 kids, and a husband. We had a hamster, but Wolfie passed away.
6 hermit crabs that grow up to 45. So now you must know. You better stay alive.
You better stay alive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
As big as Texas grapefruit. I don't know how big a Texas grapefruit is. How big is a Texas grapefruit? Is that big? Small?
I don't know.
Grapefruit? Grapefruit is like an orange?
It's like the orange with the pink on the inside.
You mean,
really
does
good.
she mean fat? Is she meaning fat?
Everything in Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. That's what they say.
It's probably just like an idiom, a saying used by an area or a culture. Yeah. So it's like we would say in the South, people say bless your heart, but here in the South, bless your heart can be like, oh, I love you, bless your heart, or it can be like, bless your heart with condensation. So it can be either way.
Oh yes, Jamie. This is the first time in a while since I've not had pets. You know what I've done? So in the last 28 years since we've been married, we've had cats, and I know they don't live forever. So I would. How do you say? Do you say stack? Not stack. I would have one, and then in the middle of that one's where I would guess in the middle of that one's lifespan, I'd get another one. And then in the middle of that one's lifespan, I'll get another one. So that if one passes
You're
away,
just lining them
I have someone
Just
else
in
to
case.
comfort me.
Yeah.
Like my dad. That
Yeah.
does. With my goldfish.
Oh, wow.
For years and years, I always thought my smallest goldfish was the baby. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
It never seemed, none of my goldfish seemed to get any bigger. There was 4 of them, right? And they were all the same size throughout.
Yes.
And what my dad had been doing was when one started floating to the top, he'd run down to the pet shop,
my
grab
word.
another goldfish and stick it in the tank. Get rid of the one that was dead because he didn't want to have to deal with the crying child.
Yes.
And as my mum said, you flipping brought them, you can deal with it when it comes to flushing them down the
I don't
toilet.
want to do any of that.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like, so he couldn't deal with the idea of teaching his young children about death. So we just had this little goldfish that was always the same size until one day my dad rescued this goldfish from the pet store. And it had an issue with its tail. It had like a black dot on its tail. So it had to go into a separate tank, be treated before it could be put in with the rest of them. Otherwise, of course, it would spread. So my dad treats this goldfish. Now, this goldfish, it was absolutely stunning. It wasn't your bog standard. This one had a really beautiful tail and it looked more like an angel-style fish, like the tail on it. So we always knew that one was different.
Yeah.
Right? So we had the goldfish were Jane, Golly, Jolly, and then the last one was Fred. And Fred died within about 2.5 to about 2 years. So that was it. My dad could not find a matching fish. So that's when we learnt about death.
Okay.
But yeah, for years he'd been replacing the old one with the new one. Yeah.
Speaking of weird fish things, I don't know if you've ever had a saltwater tank, that's just the crazy thing ever. We were saltwater tank reefers for about 11 years. We had a huge 100-gallon saltwater tank, and we had some crazy species that lived in there. We had this one lionfish that would literally climb out of the tank constantly, and we had to put him back in.
No.
And then we moved with a stupid tank like 4 times. We had to pack up all the fish. You have to transfer half of the water. I mean, it's like this whole beast of a thing. And this stupid lionfish, the ones that have all the little barbs, would just keep climbing out. And so when we started to move, we were really busy packing up, and we forgot to look for him every day. So we go to move the tank, and the thing had climbed all the way out of the tank and got stuck between the tank and the wall and died. So we've had come home and had eels that had climbed out of the tank. I mean, it's just
so weird. Was how bad of a graveyard was
that? That is terrible. It's absolutely horrible.
It was so interesting to see all these crazy. We had a lot of anemones, and we raised a baby shark. We had a shark egg that hatched.
Baby.
We have a fair that comes around once a year here. And there's that stall where, of course, you can win a goldfish.
Baby shark. Sorry.
Too busy singing Baby Shark.
I just had to get there.
And I'm dancing to it.
And you can win this goldfish. And I've been saying for years, do not bother with the goldfish.
Please, yes.
Don't do it, blah, blah.
Don't do it.
My husband was like, okay, not a problem. Well, the girls one was about 17, so the other one would have been 12. The 17-year-old was off with her mates, and my husband and the 12-year-old went to the fair, came back with a goldfish. So Muggins here, right, because they were using one of my bowls out of the kitchen to look after it for a bit. So Muggins here has to go up the pet shop, has to buy the tank, has to buy the stones, has to buy the decorations, has to buy this, that, the other. Sets up the tank, puts the fish in. Fish is happy. I'm not, because there was only one safe place because of the cats. There was only one safe place we could put this goldfish. Problem was, it was in our lounge, and it was on the side in our lounge, and the sun hit that area for a chunk of the day. So that, for me though, I always had that curtain closed, so there was always shadow. Okay, and every time they came through the door, I'd be like, close the curtain. Don't be stupid, Mum. Close the curtain. Don't be stupid, Mum. Well, yeah, they fried the fish. I managed to keep him going for about 2.5 years, though, before they...
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a
before
lot.
He got cooked.
Cooked fish?
Yeah.
Oh.
What is Jack Dempsey fish?
But I'm not going to tell you the
We
name.
had Jack Dempsey fish.
I forget what they look like.
Crickets.
Yeah. They're big. They're kind of, they got some, they're pretty buff.
Yes.
They need fresh meat to eat. Feed them.
Yes.
Fish that need fresh meat to eat. Actually, I got grapefruit, but I have to be careful not to eat it taking medications.
That's true.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. Makes the liver.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes
like,
the liver
if
work too fast.
My sister and I had an aquarium. One fish got out. We never found him.
Oh my God.
Well, the reason I said no was because my old geriatric cat had eaten about 6 of them out of the tank.
Okay,
before I met my husband, so my husband didn't know, and I was like, just don't, okay? We don't need fish.
Wow.
No. I've seen people with beautiful aquariums. You say aquarium, don't you? Fish tanks, but like big ones, and they take really good care of it, but I don't know, it just doesn't work like that for me, but it's beautiful to look at.
There's also
I think it's just a screensaver
on YouTube. There's a channel here on YouTube
right, there you
where they build them.
Hello, Rose. They say to let your pet sleep with you all night. I tried my goldfish style. Oh, yes. Well, now.
Yes.
Jamie says, I really want goldfish, though. I love them.
Aww.
They look pretty. And I'm glad that if you get, what do you get? A net that will touch the fish, because I will not touch the fish.
Just make sure you don't put the tank in direct sunlight.
Yes.
Ooh, oh, yes.
Make sure your cats feed your cat.
Our cat is not like that. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say we also only have one cat now, because now, and I said to them, hey, this cat, it's time to get someone. Stagger is the word. I wanted to stagger them so that, because I know they're not going to live forever. Now, I mean, my husband's like, oh, I'm going to attach to one and I'll never get one again because my heart's now broken. I'm like, grow up, this is real life. You're going to go through a few cats and a few dogs before you go to heaven. So, hello, you can love them and leave them or not have them at all. But I'm like, they enrich my life. And you can call them all the same name if you like. Kitsy, and then the one that passes away, and the next one's Kitsy, so you don't have to remember new names. Because, I mean, that's one of our passwords. And, I mean, that cat has passed on is no longer here, but her name lives on. Ma'am, can I have your password? Yes, it's Kitsy. Yes. There we go.
Wow.
Poached fish. Al dente, says Jamie. Oh my word. Suzanne, I have too many dogs and cats as it is, but I really, really want a bearded dragon.
They take a lot of work. Gorgeous, the mind.
They are.
So there's like a couple of like lizards that are really good starter because they don't have to require a certain temperature at all times, and because that's where your added costs get in, is getting and running a heater and like having a enclosed tank. If you have to have a certain humidity constant, because that's one thing about hermit crabs, they have to be at 80 degrees and have 80% of humidity all the time, or they basically slowly suffocate because they have modified gills, and that's why they live in areas where it's so humid, because that's how they have to live. So when when people buy them, put them in those little cages, they don't have that humidity, and that's when they suffocate. Hamsters have to have like a semi kind of sometimes enclosed environment. They do better. But there's some bearded dragons you can get that, as long as you have them in a tank, then it's going to kind of stay in that humidity, and they're a lot easier to care for. But bearded dragons is one of those that they get really big and they require a big space.
Jamie says, Susan, my kid has one. She's in college as soon as she moved out of the dorm and into an apartment. She got one. She had had it for a few years now. Ooh, wow. I can't imagine life without a cat. I was so depressed when Mystique passed. Oh, I tell you.
Yeah. Cats are really,
you know,
yeah,
the thing is with it, I think the thing, I tell you what, the thing that I've experienced, this is my experience, is that with pets, if you're close to your pets and they go with you through trauma, especially, and that pet dies, it's a closing of a chapter, and that can be quite a bit, for me it was. When the one cat died, that cat I got before my daughter had cancer the first time, or the second time, or my son's autism. So they had lived through all of those terrible things. And then we moved into this house, and she developed cancer in her chin. And she wasn't old. She was 9 or 10. And I mean, I had the previous cat was 19. So I would have liked her to live a full life. But hey, so I was really sad when that cat died. Ooh, I cried.
Oh.
There you go. We had one 10 years ago, but we had to rehome her when we moved, says Suzanne. Star Homestead, India. Ravant, did you change your picture? Hello, hello. Bye-bye, Helen. Have a blessed Monday. Yes. So I just realized I've been doing my wrong. Now I have to frog. Oh, no, Amanda. Yes, I have been thinking of doing kitten fostering. Kitten fostering? I've never heard of that. Next spring, but we'll see how that goes. I want to do a lot of things. How does kitten fostering work? How does that work?
Oh, so I had a friend of mine that really got into it with dogs. Did mostly dogs, but they keep them like out of the shelter. It gives them a little time to, like, you know, it gives them a better way of it. And like shelters, sometimes they relieve the space and they let people take them in.
How do you say, to socialize?
Well, no, it's more like they're trying to, I guess, socialize. Yeah, I guess that's part of it, but also too, it eliminates the space in the shelter. So like it leaves it for more, you know, for new dogs or whatever. And then they try to get them adopted, but the whole idea is to get them adopted out, and so they're socialized and things like that.
And it's the same scenario with cats. It stops them getting stressed as much, and going into their shell and hiding in the back, say, of the cages. So they go to the houses. It's treated a bit like a holiday. 9 out of 10 times the fosterer pays for the food, but if there's any medical bills, the medical bills will be covered by whoever you're fostering from. And you look after it until a new home is found. Unless, of course, you decide you just can't let it go, and then you adopt it yourself.
That's what happens.
I think that's like their sneaky plan overall. It's fine.
Yeah.
What happens if they can't find a new home? Because I like the fact that someone else pays the medical bill. Hello, Barbara. I need prayers. That's what is right to do about this opportunity to buy somewhere to move to is the correct decision. Prayers about what is the right thing to do about this opportunity to buy somewhere to move to. Is it the correct decision? Oh, right. So wisdom is needed. Yes. Okay. We keep you in our prayers for wisdom and for a door to open, a door to shut. You know, if it's not meant to be, let the door shut. Just shut. Well, I would take care of orphan kittens and mother cats and kittens to help them thrive and get adopted. You see, the thing with us is we've had cats all these 28 years, but we are all allergic to cats. But we love them too much. So all we do is we have daily dose of antihistamine. So thank the Lord for antihistamine.
And I have 4 cats.
So
after that many years, though, that you'd have built up an immunity.
You do a little bit.
You do. That's true. That is true. Not totally, but you do become less. I mean, in the beginning, it's like the first week, 2 weeks, month is but after that, as time goes by, you absolutely build up an immunity. We found that for sure.
And what's one of the big
Adrian,
factors of it
good
is most
morning.
people is allergic to their dandruff. So if you get a cat and you get them when they're young and you get them used to getting baths, you can actually bathe your cat like once a month. Like we bathed our cats in the beginning once a month. And that helps that dandruff stay down. Bathe them, give them a bath.
Oh.
And it gets rid of that dandruff, because that's what most people are allergic to, because that's what you inhale that gives you that allergy, the itchy eyes. So we used to bathe our cats all the time, because I used to be highly allergic to them. But then, our cats are indoor only, so if they don't go outside, also they're not picking up the other pollens, and that's going to affect you also.
Yes. Our cats are also indoor only. Maritza, hello, my sweetheart.
Mine, I couldn't keep them indoors even if I tried. The geriatric one used to like sleeping under cars. So she would come in quite regularly covered in oil. So she'd end up getting bathed and I would end up getting razor sharp scratches. But she got used to it in the end and knew she wasn't going to win. Whereas the kitten, she would jump in the bath. You had to lock her out.
We have a cat like that.
Every night she would go over, she would headbutt Liam, the dog. Liam would lift his paw up, she'd go underneath his paw, and then he would groom her top to bottom. She looked like a drowned rat. It was hilarious. But the geriatric, we ended up helping her across the bridge because her back end all went and she was not a happy girl. She was kicking on 20. And then the young one, she got run over by a van or a car. She got scooped up, taken to the vet. Somebody was hugging her as she passed. Yeah.
That's terrible, hey?
The reason I won't get cats now is because we live by a very busy, well, not by a very busy, but we live close to a busy road. And the cats only have to go across a couple of gardens to get to that road. So I'm not risking it anymore. No kitten.
Oh, no. Suzanne says one of my dogs is a rescue from Hungary, from another country. Wow. She was stressed to pieces when we got her. She still struggles with stress, but she's totally different dog. She's a white Chihuahua. Her name is Ellie. How does that happen that you get a dog from another country? That I've never heard of that.
Liam came from Romania. My Liam came over from Romania.
So what? People decide that they don't want them anymore once they arrive here?
No, what it is in Romania there is a massive street dog problem. So I won't go into it too much, but basically there's a massive street dog problem, and they don't really have rescue centres over there as such. They just have kill shelters. So you take the dog, no questions asked, and the dog's put down. But Liam, the owner of Liam's mother, I'll put it like that, had heard about a shelter where there was a lady there that would take them, the dogs or the litters, home and try and get them adopted out if she felt that they were fit enough to be adopted. And he hadn't been able to find anywhere for the litter because they were a mixed breed. So he took them to the shelter. The lady grabbed them, took them home, and waited until they'd been weaned, waited until they'd had all their vaccinations and were then passported. And she'd had contacts for some of the shelters over here. And then they were transported over. And he got to stay with her for a little while, along with some kittens that were nursing still. So that's why he was okay with cats, because he had a friend over there that was a kitten. They all seemed to all the dogs seemed to pair up with different cats. But yeah, so he got brought over here. He then went into foster for a week while the shelter were trying to find families, and they'd put their photographs up, and they had 2 to 3 people easily for each puppy, easily.
Wow!
And it was down to the puppy to choose. So we'd turned
up. But that is
a
good. That's a good ending. Wow.
Well, yeah.
Rowan says, what imported pets end up in the wild like Burmese pythons? Okay, in the USA. All right. Say Poppy. Yeah, wanted to say.
Yeah. So with Liam, we turned up and we were meant to be going to see one of the other dogs because they'd only put a picture up of one of the dogs. So we thought we were going to see that one. And before we were meant to see them, I'd seen this dog out on a lead and it was very, very nervous. And Liam's our first dog. So I openly said, I'm sorry, but that dog's not going to be for my family because we don't know how to deal with such a nervous dog. I said, so what are you after? And we said, a cantankerous, naughty dog that's a bit fun. I said, oh, we think we know which brother you're going to get. So we've walked outside and they've brought Liam out on his lead. He slipped his collar, jumped a fence and jumped straight on my husband. They'd said that the majority of the dogs that come from Romania are scared of men, scared of tall men, don't like high vis, don't like this, that and the other. Okay, there's a massive long list. And it's down to the way that sometimes the street dogs are caught. So, of course, he's jumped on hubby. My daughter at this point's on crutches because she'd broken her foot. And my back was playing me up. But we've all taken him for a little walk around and he walked differently with all of us. I was the one who he left a present for. Picked it up.
Oh, right.
And at that, they went, well, it looks like he likes you. But, of course, there's other families that we've got to see whether he works with or not. And he didn't work as well with some of the other families and they decided they didn't want a dog after all. So we found out at 9 o'clock in the morning and we're like, we want to come and pick him up, but we couldn't. We had to go and visit him for a minimum. They'd said a minimum of 15 minutes 3 times a week over a couple of weeks. But we didn't hear the minimum word or the maximum word. So we were there for 2 to 3 hours until like the last day. They said, you do realise you're only meant to be here for 15 minutes, not 2 to 3 hours. We could have said earlier because, of course, it meant that a member of staff was tied up with us in our visit and they could only do 1 dog, 1 visit per staff member.
Wow. We rescued a dog from Spain, a Spanish galgo. They are used for hunting rabbits. Oh, wow. When they are not able to do that anymore with 2 or 3 years, they're killed in cruel ways, so shelter will rescue them. Oh, wow, Hannah. M says, my dog is from Romania too. She was dumped when her owner had to move into the government housing that doesn't allow pets. She was fostered for 3 months, then came to us and lives her best life. Oh, fantastic. I heard about a program about people getting dogs from one of the Caribbean islands because the island has no programs or government funds to control the population, so they are in a poor state. Oh, right. I had one cat that lived to be 29. I still miss her. Was adopted by a stray soon after. Rescue animals are wonderful. Yes, the first one I had, I didn't know to go and look for my mom said to me, when you adopt an animal, don't look for the one that's the most quiet because they are most likely sick. Look for the most lively ones. But I only heard that after I adopted this cat because I went to adopt this cat and these little kittens, I was standing in front of a wire door. They were climbing up like chest high, little kittens. And I'm like, what? You guys are wild animals. I've got 2 at home already. I am not getting another one. And just behind them, this little, what is they've got a white chest and the cat has a white.
Tuxedo cats is what I call them.
There's another what is another name? Man. No, okay, wait. Jessica's not here. Why can I not
Calico?
Anyway.
Not Calico.
That they've got like gray and maybe gray and brown little stripes, but the chest is usually white. I can't remember the name now.
She's not hearing me. Is it tortoise shell, Ursula?
No. So what happened was when we went to the vet, this cat had given birth to 2 little kittens, and the vet said to me, what a lovely, and he called the name of the cat, and I thought, that's a beautiful name. I'm going to name one of the little kittens that name. I mean, the kitten I named, that name was black and white. She didn't look anything like. But this was, if I'd known that was the kind of cat, I would have called her by that name, because it to me was a beautiful name, beautiful cat. But a little did I know that this cat was so sick. She had a very highly allergic, a sensitive stomach. So she, from the time we got her, went on to hills. And I tell you, I think it was meant to be, because that cat would not have lasted much longer, because they didn't give the most expensive food there, as we can understand. But and she needed that. So she went on to that. And then her 2 kittens obviously also went on to that. And they have been on that for their entire lives. And now the positive thing about that is that the cats hardly ever got sick. It's only at the end of their lives. And to me, it's like, okay, you give them the right food. They live a whole life without a vet bill. Then just you get to pay at the end. Okay, exit fee. You know, sort of something like that. Wait, here come Tabby. Yes, Tabby.
Oh, I was going to say that. Darn it.
Okay. Common one.
That was my second guess. Yeah.
You see, I should look in the chat, man. What am I should have looked in the chat, because you guys always know the answers just like this. She says, I'm getting foster kitten tomorrow, Katrine. The mama cat is getting help into the afterlife due to cancer. I have to loving nursing moms. Oh, I'm not in crocheting. I'm a homesteader. If you'd like to see growing chicken and garden in here, then that's my channel. Thank you. Oh, yes, you're so welcome, Ravant. Type OMGrannySquare and we can connect to you. I love watching. I was actually, Ravant, I was talking about you yesterday, because we have a lot of, what is a tarantal in English? Guinea fowl. And I said, Ravant calls them bullies, because, you know, they are not, and my husband went, what? Bullies? I said, yes, he was explaining on his channel why. And my dog hates anything going over. Oh, is that a yes, you see.
That's a Tabby.
Yes. She and she had just a little, just the only piece on her that was white was a little bit of white here on her chest. And she was sitting in the morning sun, beautifully still. And I thought, okay, you're calm enough to come home with me. Little did I know. So, my dog hates anything going over her head. Hi, this and aggressive looking people. She is such a softie with children and other dogs.
Most dogs don't like things coming over their head, though. Would you? The way I say to people, how would you feel if I walked up to you and just started banging you on the head? Like, hello.
Oh, yes.
You wouldn't. So.
I know you're talking about shelters. It's really different down here in the South than it is up north. Like up north, there's a lot of programs to help people spay and neuter, and there's a lot stricter laws about keeping your dogs on leashes or your cats on leashes. In the South, it's almost like, seriously, not as bad as some third world countries where, you know, Romania and stuff, but it's pretty close. There is strays everywhere. And there is really poorly funded humane societies. We have one that's down the street from us. That's the counties. There's the counties, and then cities sometimes have one. But our county one has been under investigation probably 6 times in the past 11 years for abuse, for massive killing because there's so many brought in, they just can't control them all. And so they just do massive put downs. And so much so, that's why we have most of our animals, because they're dumped on our road, and that's where most of our cats come from.
Wow.
And then we have one shelter within, I'd say, an hour circle that's a no-kill shelter. They're currently under investigation for improper care because there's no funding for it.
No funding.
There are several groups that try to get them out of the shelters, but like we had this one dog that was thrown over the fence that I caught. And there was no shelter in our area that would even take him. I finally found a rescue. I had to drive him somewhere. He was driven to an airport, and he was actually sent upstate to New York, and that's where he was adopted out. So in the South, and it's not just Alabama. There's other states in the South too. There's just it's not a concern for our officials or elected people, so they're just kind of thrown to the wayside, and it's pretty much. Like, people actually have to adopt out of our state's, Like other people are adopting out of
Yes.
other countries.
Interesting.
So I mean, it's crazy. But you can go anywhere and you'll see probably 4 or 5 strays on the road going 10, 15 minutes.
Wow.
It's insane.
So, and no one gets them spayed or neutered.
Yeah, my husband said he saw a lot in Afghanistan. Just so many dogs all over the place.
Well, that's down to the fact that the families fled and they were unable to take the dog with them, and it depends on the age.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's just like the reproduction is the thing too, you know. Oof.
Yeah,
they reproduce quite a bit.
My mom lived in a rural county, and people dumped dogs all over. My mom had at one point 13 dogs on the property because people kept dumping them on her road, and she is a bleeding heart for strays. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
the thing over here.
All my current cats were dumped here. Get them spayed after the kittens are weaned. Oh wow! Hello, Sue. Good morning, my sweetheart. I have noticed that too. We moved south about 3 years ago, and we have seen so many more strays this dawn. Oh right, it's so heartbreaking. I wish I could take care of more animals, but I'm disabled and have more than enough. You know, if they would just bring down the rate of the, how do you say, sponsor the medical care if you need to, then, for instance, we would be able to take a cat or two and feed them. But now there comes a medical bill. And because you earn a salary, you have to pay mega bucks. Whereas if they would say, okay, you are welcome at the shelter, medical, whatever, we would be able to do that. But now we say, well, we can't actually do that, you know. So it's because of the medical. Because if you take an animal, I say to Jessica, you want an animal, you must know, especially now that she's earning, I say, you want an animal, you must, how do you say, provide for the medical bill of the animal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is going to be a heartbreaking scene. Yes.
Yeah.
See, like here, to get a stray, you pay $75 for a cat or dog to get that's to get a stray, because you have to pay to get them fixed. But the problem is
you pay to get them.
You have to pay $75.
I've never paid for a cat. Wow.
And then, like, you have the other medical bills, but because the shelters are so packed, especially the county shelter, they're not supposed to turn away anybody because they're paid for by taxpayers' money. So as a taxpayer, you're paying for the shelter to be open and for them to take in the strays. And we're supposed to have these people that go around and catch the strays. We have one in our whole county, and our county is huge. And they're so backed up, there's nothing they can do. And they turn people away constantly. So those people just dump those animals. Well, then those animals have cats and kittens and get pregnant. And then it's just, I mean, it's bad. It's really, really bad here.
Yeah, cats are very prolific too, which is scary.
And cats are not a domesticated animal. Like, there's a lot of cats when you live in the county, like they have actually put some smaller animals almost extinct because they're natural predators and they're not a natural, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not from this area. They were imported in the United States, so they're
not native. They're not native.
Yeah, native. Yeah, so they're hunting things that they're not meant to be hunting. So because of overpopulation, things that are supposed to be here are actually being killed off.
Yep.
Wow.
Which, speaking of which, I'm actually about to put a video up this week of a fundraiser that I'm doing to help one of my local shelters. They actually get cats in and they like foster them out and they send them everywhere. But if anybody wants to make little small cat or dog beds, I'm going to get those all sent to them and help provide them with them. But that's one of my little donation projects I want to do this summer.
Here at the shelter that I got Liam from, they actually had it written into our adoption paperwork, that we had to have him neutered by a certain age unless we had a very good reason. Say the dog needed more growth time and things like that, but if they said no, you can hold off, then that was fine. But if we hadn't have got him done before that point, they could come in and remove him from us.
Oh wow.
For breaking the contract.
Yes. Oh,
We
right.
paid, I think our adoption was like £250, but that also covered treatments for the first couple of months for his flea, his worms, and also the cost of getting him spayed as well.
Oh, that's good.
And medical side of
Now,
it. So
yeah, you see, when we adopt a cat here, I don't pay for the cat, and I don't pay for the cat to be spayed, is the word, and the injections, and then you take the cat. So you can take the kitten,
yes,
come and bring her back to the shelter, and they will spay the cat, and then neuter. What that word? Okay, that word. Fix it, and then you can take it home again. And then the rest of it is yours. So, yeah. Christina says the islands are very strict about invasive animals, plants, foods, etc. My sister fostered a dog at one point, says Faith. Hey, Christine, says Amanda. The local shelters would only keep them a week to get adopted. After that, they put them down. Wow, that's very
issue.
Yeah,
a
because
week
with that, have a chance to see that animal in a week.
Well, so the issue with that here is when they have it like that, and they lower the adoptions. So like $25, they have like discounted adoption days or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to pay for your animal, and then you're supposed to take it back and get it spayed or neutered. But there's no system that ensures that takes place.
Right.
So then you have these people that go out and do major adoptions everywhere with fake names, and then they put them into dog fighting and
breeding.
Oh, right.
And so where I live, we're a very rural road, and there's a big county dump, like kind of down far. But we've seen where there's been dogs left, and I've had to call the police in trash bags on the side of the road because they were used and that they were adopted from the shelter during the discounted adoption days, and then they were just disposed of on the road after the ring fighting was over with. But there's a huge breakdown in how that part of government is run and how it's monitored, and it's bad. Like, it's really bad. There's a lot of abuse.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, I think it depends on the areas, hey, because I think even in South Africa, there are probably areas that are really not good or taking care of strays and getting them adopted.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, exactly. It's about money. Hello, Anne Toby Nitz. How are you doing, sweetie? Welcome in.
Hi,
she says, hello, Ursula ladies from rainy Ontario, Canada.
Oh, I wish I had a rainy day.
Yes.
Oh, we had one yesterday. It was terrible.
Mine.
It was terrible.
It was at night and I missed it. I love rainy days.
Of one of mine.
I love them. Like, I love them so much.
I had a taste of winter this week.
Yes.
Because, you guys are heading for summer, but we're heading for winter. So we had our taste for winter, and I'm like, ooh, I think I need more hot, warm socks. I think I need, when was it in this weekend? I looked at my Granny Square sweater, and I'm like, ooh, is it time yet? I need to put you on because I'm cold.
It's chilly.
It's chilly here. Ursula, I just posted. I have a post that went up on my community tab 8 minutes ago of some knitted and crochet slippers that are free pattern, and there's this really cute Granny Square one that's up there that you may want to check out. It's adorable. Like, I may have to make it.
I love the stuff that I see many people's community tab posts on my phone for some reason that it's easy for me. I just scroll up and everybody's community tab post can just come up. So I like that because it's sort of giving it to me on a platter and I can just like and comment and whatever. Whereas on my laptop, I'd have to be actually go looking for it and going to specific channels. Yeah. Whereas on the phone, it sort of just feeds it to you. Is there a place where you can drop off your whips to be fostered, cared for, finished, and then I re-adopt the said foster whip turned FO? I think Lady D would love a place like that.
Now, my group will do that. My group does that. My knit and crochet group.
Your group does that. Yeah. They foster it.
They do. Yeah, they do that.
I remember that years ago. Now, this was many years ago. I saw on Oprah, she interviewed someone that had a business in finishing whips. And she said,
Oh,
the fact that
interesting.
someone can have a business
Yeah, that's pretty. Okay,
in
that says a lot.
unfinished projects
Yes,
is mind-blowing.
that's
Why
mind-blowing.
do people start things? And I'm like, what do you mean why? Because the starting is great, but finishing takes stamina. It takes stamina.
Yes.
So,
There's one
it was very
online that they
convenient
set
when-
up because they finish up your grandparents or your knits or your stuff that like maybe a family member that passed, and you can send it to them and they'll finish it for you and they'll send the finished item back to you. So that way you still have that object that they started on. And I think they do it for free. It's like a church, but I saw the advertisement on Facebook. It was recommended to me, but I forgot to like get information from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I've seen
wow.
that too, but they were based over your way in America, so it's not really of
Too far.
for me. Bit too far.
Yeah, a little far. But the thing that's really funny is like this one lady. So there's this lady that buys all this bougie yarn and stuff, but she makes like 400,000 whips. You know, she's got like so many whips, and so she gets burned out. And then I have another lady who's real fast with her crochet. So she's like, "Can you do this blanket for me?" And she literally did a blanket in like 10 days.
Yeah.
And it was that puzzle pattern blanket that they use it for autism awareness, but I think people just do it. Yeah. So she just took yarn in her stash and made one and said, "Is this okay?" And I'm like, seriously? Like it was done. But she didn't use the lady's yarn. The lady had fancier yarn, but she said, is this working for you? And she's like, yeah, duh. Like I could actually even take that one. So I have it in my last video last Wednesday. If you want to look at it, she's got this big old puzzle thing. And it was like bigger than a throw. You know what I mean? She did it in like 7 or 8 days. It's crazy. So she will finish. We need people like that. Yeah.
I just spent $100 on a Granny Square slippers from free people. That free people were charging you too much.
You can
actually
make those
found a
yourself.
trash bag in the ditch when driving. I didn't stop or get out, but I did call the police and they drove to investigate it. Crazy, really. I believe it was a dog or puppies. Oh,
wow.
Yes.
Crazy.
I tell you, you know what I used to love to watch, but obviously it's not. It's like liking to watch crime. But it was this animal rescue in Houston.
Okay.
An American show. And the stuff that they come across, I mean, I just feel that the people who work there, just give them a medal because, guys, does anyone have a tutorial on how to take granny squares and make a bag? Who Jeannie is going to bring out?
Wish I knew.
But I don't know who has. Anybody has?
I've seen a few of those actually.
Bee's done one.
I don't have a tutorial.
Bee's got a granny bag. Granny square bag.
I will bring my starting chains in.
And there's a couple on Pinterest just hanging out.
Christine, that's not finishing a whip. She'll bring her starting chains in.
Oh, starting chains? Girl.
Yes. Oh, my sweetheart. She says, well, it's almost the same as commissioned work, right? Exactly.
Pretty close.
Yeah. It is called Loose Ends and it's volunteers. Says Unique Amazing Stripe. What? Loose Ends? And they volunteer.
I like that name. Loose Ends.
Loose Ends is worldwide.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Huh. Never heard of it.
Well, there you go. I did not know that. They're called Loose Ends Projects for unfinished work. Unbelievable. Something like that. Unique Amazing Stripes. Do you have a community tab? You should put that on a community tab because that is good. Many people need to know that.
Okay.
Wow. The group I was talking about. There you go. Volunteer knitters are finishing craft projects for loved ones who've passed. Cool. Wow. I did not know that. I did that for my stepdaughter. I got her grandmother who passed away, unfinished blanket with no pattern. So I had to figure it out and finish it for her Christmas gift. She cried. Oh, my goodness. There you go.
Beautiful.
TL Yarncraft has one. Okay, there you go. TL Yarncraft for the Granny Square bag. You made a Granny Square bag? Hey, that should look beautiful. I do no more than 4 whips at a time. 1 large, 1 small. In both knit and crochet, different yarn. what?
Weights.
Helps with hands. Weights. Oh,
Weights.
great stuff. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Christina, I saw your snack bag. How did you do the sides and the bottom? Breezy's asking. At the moment, I'm working on my long-term whips and trying to finish them. Yes, Amanda. Oh, she was trying. She pulled out that thing that she showed us last night. But she did say the Mandala Madness. Yeah, but that is one beautiful project. And it is a tutorial on YouTube.
Nice.
Thanks, Faith. I don't have a community tab. I can post the flyer in the Facebook group. Yes, also the traveling to you. Is it you? Traveling to you, who had them on their channel. You see, right? Okay, so let me tell you this about Afrikaans, right? So here I am, and I've moved to another, what you would call a state. I've moved to another province. I'm living next door to a very English-speaking little girl. I mean, she's my age, I say little girl, but obviously she was, 20, and I was 23, 4, something like that. And but she was just smaller. Everything's just smaller than me. Okay, so I think of little girl, young and everything, but maybe she was the same age. I don't know. It's just that in size she's so that okay,
petite.
So, and she how do you say, took pity on this neighbor from another state. This girl who doesn't know anybody, who is me. So she comes over and she visits me, and she says, so I say, she can sew beautifully, and she makes her own clothes, and she says she's going to, so she's like this. She will research and look everything up and go places and try and find the right sewing machine for the right price. Oh. So I look at her and I'm like, okay, I let her do the work, and well, once she chooses, I'm going to choose the same one, because obviously, so, and then, but I use the word, and I say, because how do you spell sew? S-E-W. So for my Afrikaans brain, that's not so, that's you.
Right.
So I was saying something about you. So she smiles and she says, that's actually so. I'm like, okay. You see now, even if you make a fool of yourself, you only make a fool of yourself once, because you ask. Like, to me, that's you. I would say you.
Right.
But now, okay. Now you say, okay, wait, no, we actually say that's, what do you say? You.
Yeah.
You. Right. But I mean, why would that be you? That, to me, that doesn't, that looks like you.
You've got to remember that the English language was written by a bunch of snooty people that didn't know how to write in the first place.
Oh.
It was all the highborn families that got together to create the dictionary. What they did was they all wrote down how they thought the word should be written. They all compared it, and whichever one got used the most was the one that they used. That's why it's so confusing for people like me who are raving dyslexic, because there's not a full pattern to every word.
That is true. That is true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I make a fool of myself all the time. I constantly am saying things wrong, and my brain does not work well with my mouth. Like, they don't communicate. They're not friends. And so my brain will think of something, and my mouth just has word vomit that comes out, and I'm just like trying to, that's why I have to edit my videos. Like, the word stubborn is something that comes out of my mouth often, which is a stove and an oven in one. Stubborn. And then I say all kinds. My husband just I keep him very in a good mood. He's constantly happy and laughing. Yeah, like, he's very entertained.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a hot mess. I don't know what it is, but I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, and somehow I learned it. So what does that say?
And I think I might have some form of dyslexia or something like that, because I'll see a word and I see the first two letters, and it's like my brain is Siri and it auto fills, and like it'll just come out a word that's not the word that's there. And yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's bad, and the spelling is bad, and then there's
I can't spell.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why, because there's so and so, two different spellings, right?
My favorite one is witch. Whenever I write the word witch, that witch is on a broomstick. I don't care which witch I have to use. It's the broomstick witch. And
and then there's the other one. It's they are like there. Then it's over there is another spelling. And then there's one more. And then it's
there.
their house. You know, that three different spellings of
I will
almost the
use
same
one version.
almost the same
I
word.
can't get my head around it.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for foreign English speakers. I really do. I understand your pain.
You know, I told you the most difficult word for me was the word language, because any other word I could sort of, as a child, learning English in school, I could figure out how to remember how to spell it. But language did not make sense. So I just said long Arthur, because that's the only way I'm going to remember.
Lasagna for years instead of language. It was lasagna.
Well, that's Italian, so I get it. It's not an English word. Well, that makes sense that it's odd. Yeah, that makes sense that it's odd. But the word they, there, and there, like Jamie said, is crazy because it sounds very similar. It really does to the ear. And you have to read the context of it for most people. Yeah.
Yes. No, absolutely. No, definitely so.
Yeah.
Jamie's hooked. Are you going to hard? Say again.
Trying to teach your children that is hard too, because they're like, well, why? And I'm like, because that's just the way it is. You know, and I have like this one son, my 15-year-old is a very like literal person. Like he's basically a Sheldon in a 15-year-old body.
Yeah.
If y'all know who Sheldon is from that show, but he's a math person and he can do any kind of like math in his head like that. I mean, it's crazy. But when it comes to spelling and stuff, because there's no quick formula for it, it's like a lot harder for him. I mean, like it's crazy to watch his little brain try to function.
Yeah, that's true.
She says it was written by rich white men. Laugh out loud. I'm just kidding. Don't come for me.
True though.
English is just inconsistent. I think that's how to pronounce. Hey, not the end is making breakfast. Lurking. Oh, Jamie, we will do a square right over to you. Phonetics, English is a Germanic style language, says Sheila. Yeah, but then when you have different accents, I'm from Liverpool, England, now living in Canada, but how I say a word would be different to ours. You know, I can fully understand Flemish, Dutch, a lot of German, but when they start speaking, they lose me because that accent throws me. Because I'm like, what? But if I read it, no problem. Zero problem. I can write to you. But I think if they would speak slower, but they tend to speak, you know, they've got speed.
Yeah. It's like
thank you,
at the moment.
Words are hard. I do the same thing. It's so crazy.
Spelling's
yeah, but you
terrible.
see, my husband, I told you, he just adds, he's English speaking, South African. I'm the Afrikaans person. Now he takes a word out of my vocabulary and he adds an ing at the back, and now it's an English word. I say it doesn't work like that. Can't be doing that.
It really does.
So
it wouldn't surprise
my
me.
words trip in my mouth all the time. Just watch videos and you'll see. Yes, there, and there, says Jamie. Exactly.
It's terrible.
There you go. Oh, my sweetheart, you man. I'm so sorry if I left you in the basement. Big hug. Oh, so there we go. Yes, Sheila, I live not far from, what's that, Bootle? Oh, shall I say that? Is that how you pronounce that? Bootle?
Oh, you said bottle.
Can you hear me?
Booty.
Yes.
Sorry, Booty.
How are you?
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, it's got one key, not two.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have my headphones in. I look like a mess. But Breezy, I wanted to show Breezy the bag I made, and you, Ursula. I've been kind of sick, so my voice is kind of manly. So
all is good. Listen to me. The husky voice is good. The natural, the fresh, clean look is all good.
The bag.
Don't worry how we perceive you, because you have no idea.
It's a little better. A little better. Yeah.
I know. I've been checking it. Kelly knows I'm here alone. So like, and I've been really sick. So I've been kind of checking in with Kelly every day. Yeah. And my face, like 3 days ago, was bright red.
Yeah, she was
And
having an allergic reaction. I'm like, you might want to check that out just to make
yeah,
sure
so I went
your throat
in.
doesn't close.
I went in as Kelly prescribed, and of course she was right. But Breezy, you were asking about the GrannySquare bag.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see.
Okay.
Did you like that? No, did you like it?
Yes, I did. I actually made these ones. These are ones that I've made.
All right.
These,
I am
kind of. I mean, you guys know how I do. Like, and I wanted to show you the slippers I made. And I'm really like upset with myself because did someone just say they posted GrannySquare slippers?
Yep.
I'm like, dang it. Okay, so this is how I do my GrannySquare bags. I'm gonna unstitch mark it, but it's just supposed to be like this, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And this is how I do the sides and the bottoms.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
So
but that's cool. Bean.
I don't when you yarn over and go through 3 is what I do. What is that called?
Yarn over.
When you
half double.
yarn
Double
over and
crochet.
go.
Half double crochet.
Oh, that's a half
Okay,
double crochet.
so-
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the inside of the bag, and you can tell it's definitely not.
Yeah.
It's Christine
No,
style
that's good.
because this side is
Good.
straight and this side is not.
Oh, you can
But
fix
then-
that. That will be once you wear that bag, no one will notice.
No one will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then this is on the side.
Beautiful.
So I'll do the same on the sides, about the same. Probably, I think it's 1.5 inches. So let me stitch this back together. So that's how I was doing that, Breezy. And if I can do it, then I mean,
Hi,
a
Brenda.
feral cat can do it. Because you guys know that I am the nailed it queen. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a bag. Okay, this is 12 by 12, right? Like
Yep.
this,
Right.
and I was supposed to make a bag this big, like a GrannySquare this big, just the same, you know.
Yep.
So I'm getting close with this one. This is my
Mhm.
second attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my first attempt.
All right.
Oh,
Baby. Baby bag.
the egg bag.
Okay, that's the notions pouch.
Yes.
It's cute.
Nailed it.
Come
Oh
on.
wait, I think it's inside out.
Did you put that in the dryer?
I don't.
What do you mean?
No, I
It's
haven't
only
even
like
washed.
water bags.
It shrunk. Yeah, that's good. That's cute.
But for some reason, it's like there's this stitch is like really like
Prominent.
I don't know, and then the other side, it's not
Oh, okay.
noticeable. So
Wait,
how do
flip-
I fix that?
Wait, flip it again. One more time.
Okay.
I
You
think
can't-
it might involve
you're
some drugging.
When you're seaming, you have
See?
to pull from different sides of the leg. So on
Maybe
one
that's
side, you're
what it
going to
is,
pull
yeah.
from the right leg, and the other side, you're going to pull from the left leg. And that way, it'll be
Okay,
equal
let
on
me
each
do
side.
this
If
so you
pull-
can see what.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this
Hey, look at you.
There you go. All right.
that's all that can fit. Okay. Now here, I think you'll be
Great job.
you'll be proud of me for this one. Okay.
You just got to
again,
keep
here.
going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did. Look at this one. I kept going.
Oh, I like it.
Getting big.
You
Yeah.
see, I've also got to just keep going. Wow,
Here's
that's
the
good.
end,
Wait, I'm going to solo you.
and then
Wait, let me solo you. I
here's
want
the
to see
other
that.
side.
Hello,
That's sweet.
Susan.
Okay. Oh wait. So it's the bottom. You can see I'm starting to do the
Look at
half whatever you guys call
Yeah.
it,
Mm-hmm.
and then
half
this.
double crochet.
So it's
Oh,
closer
yes.
to this size.
Oh, yes.
See?
Why?
So-
Can I ask why it has to be that size? Because of what? Why does it have to be that size?
I want to fit my iPad in it.
Ah,
Oh, right. Okay,
and a
Gotcha.
got
notebook.
it.
Makes
So
sense.
this, yeah,
Won't
this
do.
is not
No,
gonna.
that won't do.
This won't do.
That's not going to do it.
This I thought would do, but it's too short.
Okay.
So I
Right.
did this one. So third time's a charm.
But
And
you
if
want it
this
to be a
doesn't
little
work,
tight. Yeah, make it a little
Yeah.
tight so it doesn't slip out. You know what I mean?
How do
Just
I
a
make
li-
it tight?
I don't know, like a
Or
little
just
bit.
close it. It must be able to close somewhere.
Yeah, if you want it to
So
be
it
closed
is
so it doesn't slip out and fall out. You know what I mean?
like
That's the
on
last
the
thing you
one
want
that
to
you made
slip out
this.
for. Is that something expensive? Good morning, Katrina.
It's nice.
on the
I
one
love
that you made
making
that's
granny
too
bags
small,
for Susan.
the one that you made that's too small, you could just add a couple of rows of double crochet on the top and make the back side longer, and then do like a button on the front.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
Make it
other
flat.
one, the other one you
That
had
one.
in your hand.
Yeah, that one right there. That one, the one that's a little bit too short that you said. Just
That
add some.
one. Yes.
Add
Just
some
add
color
some
on the
row.
top.
Okay.
Oh,
But if you want to make it more condensed, then you can just go down a hook size, and that's going to make it a more sturdier fabric. But depending on how heavy your laptop is, you may need to kind of line it also, because if not,
Oh no,
it's
it's
going to
not my
stretch.
laptop.
I mean,
It's
or
just
your
the
iPad.
iPad. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you planning
See,
to
look,
line
this
it
one
at all?
I
Line the
did.
bag?
Put it in.
Yeah, so you can just add some
And it
stitches
was-
on top, and then make a flap and put a cute button on it, and
Yeah.
then voila.
Yeah, so it doesn't fall out or whatever, because those things cost too much,
Mhm.
in my
Yes.
opinion.
Okay.
They're very pricey.
Especially from that company.
I wasn't
Yes.
measuring as I was going. But
considering how
yeah,
much they
I don't
cost
think
them.
this was gonna work.
No. No. We agree. We agree.
Put the,
Yes.
Oh my
the
goodness.
AirPods. My AirPods in here.
Okay.
Cute.
That's
That is
about it.
so
Okay,
cute.
and then can I
So-
show you this real quick?
Yes.
Am I allowed to show you this?
Yes.
Can you? Okay, so
Uh-oh. Wow.
Ooh. That
I
is
bought
beautiful.
these. I bought these guys, and I kind of feel like buyer's remorse now because I feel
No.
like
But is that the same? Is that the same as what's her name has?
Yeah, I posted actual slippers, but there are patterns like that out there for those. I mean, a lot of
Mhm.
people get the cheap Old Navy flip-flops,
Yep.
and they punch holes in them and they crochet over them and get the same exact look for like under $20.
Yep.
But you can even buy the
Yeah.
actual. You can actually buy the bottoms like that from a lot of your bigger box knitting and crochet stores, and then you can just it's made to
Yeah.
put
Wow.
that kind of stuff on there.
So I
Wow.
bought these. They should be here in 2 days. But then
But those are
I
super
was
cute.
like thinking about getting these.
Yep.
Oops, get out of here.
Ooh.
But I think
those are
I
cute.
can make these.
Ooh.
Forget
The blue's
that
nice.
one.
Yeah. Ooh.
blue,
Ow.
or I think this goes more with this color goes. It's more of a neutral.
More neutral. Yep.
But I feel like if I'm gonna wear these, I kind of want to make them pop, you know.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I have
yes.
these are in my cart. I didn't
Two
buy
different
them yet because,
applications.
as you can see, they're $120.
Yes.
No trouble.
But
Because that's
I
the
mean,
mainstream
I bought-
company, isn't it?
Yeah, Free People's a name brand company.
When's their
I'm obsessed
sale?
with Free People.
They usually have that shoe
Um,
sale. When is that?
They do. They have a shoe sale, and they have like a semi-annual sale.
That's the one I'm
like-
talking about. Yeah. When is that?
Like, so my favorite stores are Anthropology and Free People. So this stuff that you see, this bot stuff, is from those places years ago.
Mhm.
And this is before I learned to crochet.
Yeah.
I just started learning
Wow.
5 months ago, and I've had that stuff for
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, probably
One of these
years
days you'll
now.
be making it.
Yes.
I'm guessing, Christina, you're a very boho and cottagecore person. Do you like
Oh,
boho
yes.
style and
Give me
cottage?
a-
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Cool.
Give me
Wow.
a nude
Mhm.
like color scape and a succulent and
Yeah.
coffee. Yep, that's me.
That's cool.
I love
That is so
free
cool.
people.
Yeah.
If you need to buy anything, I'm your best enabler.
I
I'm
see.
like, girl, just get it.
Somebody.
You only live once.
Wow.
But the
Make
thing
it
is,
count while
now
you're
I
there.
can make it.
Yes.
See, and you look at stuff and you're like, oh man, $120. But then I realize how much work goes into just a granny square. And I'm like, okay, yes, girl, whoever made this, I like you, because there's no machine that can do crochet.
Totally deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever made like the actual like crochet items that I bought, for none of them are under 100 because it's
Yeah.
impossible to find crochet stuff for under $100.
Mm-hmm.
And I know why now, because I have started to crochet. I don't feel buyer's remorse anymore as much. I feel like justified because I'm like, this is hard.
Yeah.
This is really hard.
It takes time. It takes practice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we
Well,
are going to be heading out of here. For those of you who want to do a square raid over to Jamie's Hooked on Crochet. Is it Jamie's Hooked? No, Jamie's Hooked. Not Jamie's Hooked on
Jamie's
Crochet.
hooked.
She's hooked on. Jamie's just hooked.
Okay.
Like Kelly just brings it. Jamie's just hooked. Thank you, ladies, on that panel. I so appreciate you coming
Bye.
up. It's been fantastic. Thank you for sharing with us. Hey, we've learned a few new things today. Don't forget loose ends that can do your webs. Turn it into FO.
The cat.
Yeah. Oh, happy birthday, Katrina.
and,
Katrina just popped in. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
Happy birthday, honey.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Aloha.
Aloha.
See you later.
Thank
Take
you,
care of yourself.
sweetie.
Thank
We're
you
going to
very
play
much,
out with
Ursula.
this. Shout out to the Square
I'm
Squad.
trying to-
So, ladies, wave your wave. Let me just get to my little song there. Where is that? There we go. Okay. Wave your waves.